All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. I see y'all in the chat already in rare form before we got started. I love it. I'm going to add some of my other guys into the chat. I got Angel here, who is the owner and operator of Too Easy TV. Angel, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good, man. Yourself? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. We have Joe Flicked You. He's going to be joining us shortly. Couple other guys that are going to be joining us soon. So I just want to kind of explain what we're going to be doing here tonight. So it is kind of impossible, I don't care what anyone says or who anyone is, to give a full comprehensive look of basketball in the state of New Jersey. There's way too many teams for anyone to actually see everything, to know everything that's going on. But the guys that are going to be joining us tonight are in the gym 4, 5, 6, 7 nights a week and have just as good an idea of anyone as what's actually happening in the state. So this is as good a place to come as any to get a couple of guys bouncing ideas off each other that are really in these gyms night in and night out, seeing what's happening out there. So Angel, I'll start off with you, being that you're here. What county action were you at this past weekend?
This past weekend I was a little bit Middlesex County semifinals, finals. Of course, St. Joe's kind of ran that, and then obviously yesterday I was at the Somerset County finals, which was Gil St. Bernard's versus Rutgers Prep. That was a decent game too. And yeah, just starting off the GMCs. I think you all know St. Joe's kind of ran the tables. Added 4-star Andrew Krakowski from Rutgers Prep, and added Aiden Carter from St. Thomas Aquinas the year prior. And they also added other pieces like Ahmad. I was just talking to somebody just like 5 minutes ago. I think he's a very underrated guard. I think somebody that I think this spring and summer could have a very explosive summer recruiting wise. So I think it's a name that we should all be on the lookout for. And then the kid Joel Patrick too. I think is a kid that also, along with Ahmad, I think got better as the year went on. But besides St. Joe's, I was really impressed with Piscataway. Coach Turco, who's at St. Thomas Aquinas prior, put together a good team this year. All Piscataway kids, through and through, and they played St. Joe's 3 times this year, and I think 2 out of 3 times they played them very competitive, and showed the whole county like, hey, like even though St. Joe's is very talented, like we have there's other talent in the county as well. So I think Piscataway gave them a run for their money.
I'm gonna add Cozy into the chat right now because it seemed like he already has something. He has to disagree with you already. What's up, Cozy?
Oh no, Piscataway had one chance. The one chance they had was when Aiden did not play. Besides that, they knew what it was. That's not
Nah, I
no
mean,
money biases.
nah, for sure. I mean, but even the second game, like we were both there, like it didn't really like they didn't really pull
You
the
could
game
say
away.
that they had the first half, the second game, if you're saying that.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, but
Nah, but all
yeah,
those aside though, besides me playing around how Piscataway was acting Friday, nah. Piscataway is definitely a good team. If y'all see them possibly make it to the sectional finals in their respective group, don't be surprised because they're actually good for a public school.
yeah, they're the number 1 seed in the same bracket as Linden, Plainfield.
Plainfield, Linda, Elizabeth,
Yeah,
Scotch
That's a
Plains,
stacked bracket.
East Newark, East Side. Basically, Newark and below is in that.
I feel very bad for Bridgewater in that bracket. They drew Plainfield first round after they just drew Rutgers Prep first round in counties.
Can't believe it. Somebody has it out for Bridgewater.
1985 Photo Sports. Corey, welcome to the chat, sir.
How you doing, my man? How
How's
you
it going
doing?
tonight? So we're kind of going around the room real quick. If you guys want to talk, I guess I'll start with you, Cozy. Where were you at in terms of county action the past few days?
No, just Union and GMC. Um, what I saw was basically what was supposed to happen in Union County. Plainfield was not supposed to get it that easy, even though they're well more oiled than the past 3 years since Micah got there. What? What the games I saw? Roselle versus Linden. It went basically how it was supposed to go. regardless of what on-court stuff happened. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Trey played with 3 fouls and only played like what 12 at max 15 minutes, and they still had an 8-point lead majority of the game. So people
Yeah,
can't say that
Trey was
game
sick
didn't
that game
happen.
as well.
Yeah, so people can't say that game happened because Holman and Ashanti was hurt or whatever they had going on. Regardless of what happened, Trey barely played and
Dante had
Tyrese
food
showed up.
poisoning. Holman had the
Khalid,
flu.
yeah, so Tyrese and Khalid showed up regardless.
Absolutely.
So especially
they
Khalid,
definitely
Especially Lee.
Khalid don't be getting 20 points. That's Khalid getting 20 points guarantee a win every time for Roselle. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and I saw him get 30 against Rutgers Prep. So
But in the
they won that game
GMC,
by a lot.
in the GMC, I watched Colonia versus Piscataway. Piscataway was gonna win regardless, and my reason is because they're the better team. The only way Colonia was gonna win is if Jace put up 25 and 5. And he unfortunately couldn't do that because he couldn't get into his groove. And that's what happens to star players in New Jersey. They gonna double team you, make your role players figure it out.
I haven't seen Colonia this year. For anybody who has seen them, what have they been looking like this year?
Cologne. I mean, who dies? You want to start?
Now go ahead, man.
Yeah. So
Who got it?
Shit. You go, bro. You talk.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Colonia, I think is a program that, they lost Aiden Carter, not Aiden Carter, Aiden Durkak last year to Fire. So it really put Jace Rodriguez in the forefront. Like, look, this is your team. And I think he did a very good job of doing that. Obviously couldn't get it done, going to the GMC finals, but I think it's a program that I think, for years to come, it has very high potential. They also have a 5-man. I don't really want to butcher his name. Hoop Diaries, you probably know better than I do.
Yeah,
but
I don't know bro's name, but I just know he's a freshman.
I'm about to look it up right now.
Yeah,
Big
I
man,
agree.
yeah.
I agree with you though. They definitely have a lot of potential because they got 2 good guards that they could really base
Yeah,
a lot of their
Desmond.
offense off of. And I think the other guard, he's a junior. His name is Tyrone, from what I believe. He's number
Holloway?
1.
Holloway.
Yeah,
He's really
he's
good.
number 1 on Colonia. It was like my first time actually like seeing him more in the rotation, honestly, because the last like 2 times I seen him play, I don't recall him being in the rotation, but they definitely do have a lot of potential for next year once they build that chemistry and just make it a little bit stronger in the GMC.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think
I
in,
totally agree. Absolutely. With Jace Rodriguez, I mean, I think last year he put up around 230 points. Don't quote me exactly. But right now, I know for a
I'll
fact.
say 250 at
I know
most.
for a
Look
fact
it up.
right now he's past the 500 mark, which means he's doubled the amount of points from last year. Which means his freshman year he was getting acquainted to the program. With Aiden leaving, he really just took the program by the horns and really just did what he had to do to step up and be that leader. And as a sophomore, Colonia's future is bright. 16-10 this year with Jace. Oh my goodness, he's definitely going to be a 1,000-point scorer next year. He's going to do what he needs to do, and I think Colonia still moves on, and with the incoming talent as well, they're going to be all right. That program will be just fine.
To be honest, to piggyback from that though, you're saying that like their season is over. They're a Group 3 team, and
Yeah, they're gonna
I
win
don't
the
know.
section.
I don't know who's in this live, but I'm not biased when it comes to these group things. Group 3, if it ain't the semifinals, it's a little sweet ride. I'm gonna be honest. So
Yeah, that's why I said Colonia will be fine. I'm not concerned about Colonia.
Yeah.
We're not saying it like Colonia is done. Like Aiden was the be all end all. Absolutely.
I think Aiden leaving though, it forced Jace to be that guy, and I think he's starting to pick it up a little bit, and he's starting to score. He's starting to do a lot of different things that he would have did if Aiden was there. So I mean, he's young. So like I said, next year, like you said, Corey, I think they're going to be great next year. They're going to have a year under their belt. He's going to be ready to go. He's going to be a leader. So I agree with everybody.
now, Joe, I see
He
what.
showed flashes during that when Colonia took on Camden. He showed flashes.
Right. Yeah, he showed flashes, but now he's being forced to be the guy. Like, go get us a bucket when it matters. Right. And you see,
Finish what you were saying, Joe. I was gonna say something.
Yeah, like I seen them play against St. Joe's Metuchen coach, and I'm like, all right, like they're forcing you to be the guy right now, and it's like sometimes I don't want to say he shied away from it, but it just I didn't think he understood the moment. Like, all right, we need a bucket right now. We're down by 10 or 15 points. I gotta go score, and I think sometimes he would be a little bit passive. but I did see flashes as the season he's starting to understand. Like, all right, like my team needs a bucket. I need to go get a bucket right now.
I
think
wouldn't
he's been
say-
doing a great job with it.
I would just say though, regardless, this was going to be Jace's position going into this year, regardless of Aiden Dirk at being there or not.
Ooh,
To be
okay.
honest, what his father was trying to do was try to like give him a little cushion with Aiden being there for his last year, but still do what he got to do. And Aiden would have let him do what he would have got to do at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It just
I
like
honestly
it
think
just
it's
gave
better
him a
for
little
him
bit
too.
more pressure. It just gave
Yeah.
him a little bit more pressure this year
Right.
without Aiden, and that's
Especially-
still good. You gotta know what your
Right.
back feel against the wall.
Facts.
Yeah, but I
Especially
think
when it comes to like the double teams and stuff, because
But
they're
nah, that's
most likely
definitely what
double
Aiden,
teaming this year.
that's definitely what Jace's father wanted this year. But Aiden got an opportunity you can't skip out on. So Jace had to grow a year earlier than expected or projected.
Right.
I like
Much
the
love
kid.
to Colonia, but let's move on for the sake of getting to
Yeah.
a couple different teams tonight.
Yeah.
Joe, talk to us about what you was at this past weekend. I know you went to Union.
Yeah, I went to the Union County Finals, and that was probably the finals of the weekend. To be honest, rocking, crowded. I got there a little bit late, like halfway through the first, because a little bit of traffic. But I was worried I wasn't gonna get a ticket. Yo, it was crazy, and it was a zoo in there. And like I said, back and forth game.
You mean parking? Getting a ticket?
No, getting the ticket as far as
to get
the
in.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I got there
yeah.
like 4 minutes, like after the game already started. I'm like, damn, like it's a zoo in here, and there's a line to get a ticket. It was crazy in there, bro. But I think it was overall the refs were terrible. So I know everybody wanted that call at the end. The refs were terrible since the first quarter. So you can't put the
So I
game
saw
into the
that-
ref hands.
I wasn't there, but I saw that last play, and I
Right.
was hearing from multiple different people that rooted
Mhm.
for both teams that the refs weren't good in that game. But
Yeah,
on that
yep.
specific play, I saw multiple angles of that play.
Right.
And if I'm a referee, I'm not making that call because
Exactly.
he
You're not
did not-
making that call. Yeah, you're not going to make that call.
he did
You're
not make a basketball play. Like he didn't try
Right.
to pass the ball. He didn't try to go up with it. So,
Mhm.
and it wasn't like obvious over the top contact. He got
Right, you
bumped a
could-
little bit. That's a play on in my book, especially when there's like 6 seconds on the clock. So
And if you're a playfield fan, you want that call. But if
Of
you're a
course you
basketball fan overall, it's hard. You know what I mean? But
Can
Trey
somebody-
had 4. A couple guys
that-
had 4. Leak
A
had
Can
lot of
somebody-
people
4.
understand
Oh,
exactly
a
what
lot of
you're
guys
somebody
had
run
4
the play?
fouls.
that.
Can
A lot of
somebody
people fail
vision
to
the play?
understand that as a basketball fan, you don't want that call.
Yeah, you
Can
don't want
somebody
that
vision the
call.
play? Can somebody vision the play for me? I don't know what play we talking about.
Oh, can you pull that up?
I would just say, you got everybody got to remember it's playoffs. Nobody calling no baby shit. Like it got to
Right.
be damn near a
Mhm.
slap in the face.
right.
Everybody know that because me and Too Easy could talk about the GMC refs this whole year alone.
Yeah,
But guess
horrible.
what? Soon as county started, they said everybody got to be a grown man and take it how it is. Pause. So
That's what you want to see at the end of games. You don't want to see refs deciding the outcome. And
Right.
if they're going to let them play a little bit and maybe someone got away with a little bit of physicality, I'd rather that than a call decide the game. So
Yeah, especially how that game was going too. As far as like Plainfield and Roselle, like there were side calls on both ends that just wasn't called, and there was just a lot of physicality, so they just let them play along with it. But yeah, I would have never made that call either with 6 seconds left.
you were there also, right?
Yeah.
And did you do any other county action?
I did GMC. I think it was only really Union and GMC. I had one of my other boys go to Somerset County, but those games, the girls' game wasn't that close, and then the boys' game was close, but then Gil just pulled it out as usual.
Yeah.
so I say that we want to hear from Joe. Wait, didn't you go to Joe? Didn't you go to Essex Saturday? Or
Nah, I didn't make it. I know Corey.
so
went.
nobody went to
I-
Essex?
I went to Essex.
Yeah,
I was there with Bucket U. We were at
Yes, sir.
Essex.
right.
Oh, so yeah, I that's what everybody want to hear about, to be honest.
Yeah, 'cause
Even
I
though we knew
you-
everybody knew what was going to happen. No disrespect to Benedict's, but
I
Maybe
didn't
not
know what
really.
happened at all.
Not
To be
really.
honest,
And I'll tell you why. Not really, and I would
Yeah.
tell you why. Bucket U made a very, very good point. That game for St. Benedict's was their state finals. Remember, they're not playing in states this year. because of
that's
the
facts.
mishap.
That was their last game. If everybody
Yeah,
That was
don't know
that was literally their last
Right.
game. So that game was everything to them. Bucky, you made a really good point to me before the game even started. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that energy was going to be there. Shout out. Jacques played a hell of a game. But unfortunately, he ran into AG and
Yeah,
of course,
Infinite.
Infinite, man. Jesus Christ.
Since
Wait.
we're on Essex County, quick question: who's the player of the year? Because I think everybody in here been at Essex County one time.
Oh, that's
That's a
tough.
good
I
one.
know they.
That's a good one.
I'll say Gerald is a lock. Infinite
Is it
is a
lock?
lock.
Yeah.
I'm talking
I
about
like Infinite a
candidate
lot.
locks. Infinite and Gerald is candidate locks.
Oh, for as candidates, for sure.
as
I definitely
candidate
wouldn't
locks?
pick Gerald as my guy because if I'm not mistaken, they have a losing record.
Record.
I wouldn't make that.
Not by
that
their
pick.
record alone, I'm not picking Gerald.
Right.
Why so? If he showed up in every game,
Every game, yeah, that's a hard.
Because
That's hard. And their schedule, they just beat a tough Morris Catholic team, and me and Cozy was there. That was a good game. And Gerald was balling, man.
oh yeah, wait, that's another thing too.
Right.
Gerald definitely just knocked off a top 10
Yeah,
team on senior
top
night
10.
He
with
did.
two injured players,
He
Yup.
did.
Yup.
two injured star players. So
Right.
Who was injured? Who was injured?
You wouldn't know him, but Dion, that's their second option. He'll shoot
Okay.
the top
Yeah.
of the
Oh, yeah.
ball.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, number 3.
And they-
He the shooter.
And
Yup.
coach told me one more player was hurt for them.
But on the Essex County chip,
And I don't know. And also, I know the higher ups know, but yeah, like I said, the higher up know, so they might give Gerald the benefit of the doubt because some nonsense was going on behind doors with Payne Tech to the reason of them having a losing record right now. That definitely can't be mentioned on the podcast. It's that serious.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's
so
that serious.
let's go through some of those losses then, Coach. All right. Northern
Hold up.
Highlands, they lose 68-58.
Same group.
Gerald
Same
couldn't,
group.
Gerald couldn't step up.
Northern Highlands is a good team.
Northern Highlands is a
Wait,
good
wait,
team.
Wait, who's sharing their screen? Wait, who's able to share their screen? Wait, pause. Who's able to share their screen?
I think only Sean.
I think only I can.
Just type in Gerald and go to his stats, and we'll just go through them. It's gonna show the final box score and his personal stats. Just go through them. But Northern Highlands, like you said, we need to see Gerald's stats. You can't
He had 15 that game.
15 and what?
What was that? 15 and 9. 15, 9 boards, 2
De-
blocks, no assists.
Decent / bad game for Gerald. Okay, what's the next loss?
All right, next loss, Thrive Charter. Same thing, 15 and 9.
Group 1
Thrive-
champions, 15 and
And they
9.
got 3 losses.
Okay. I'm not going to talk about College Achieve National. That don't count. But College Achieve National,
Same thing
he
with
did have 25
TPS.
and 16. He did have
Okay,
25 and 16.
and that's
All right.
against Eric, a 4-star.
That is. All right. Arts, same thing. Really great game. Those were the two. I remember when the season first started, those were the 2 big games where I was like, okay, Gerald ain't playing this season.
34 and 20 against Newark Tech is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
33
Really,
and
really
20,
big game.
22 against Orange. Two 30
However-
and 20 games is insane.
Wait, so we
30 and
saying
20.
that we
But if
saying
we're
that
going to
Gerald
talk
player of
about,
the year
if we're
though?
going to compare
For
him,
Essex
He's a
County.
candidate. He's a
Essex
candidate.
County.
if we're going to compare him to our other candidate, Infinite, what happened when he played Seton Hall Prep?
Oh,
Anybody want to talk about it? Gerald, what happened to
I
Gerald? when he
didn't
played
even
Seton
know
Hall Prep?
Payne Tech played.
I was at that game and it was
Yeah,
very
they played
They
him in the
did.
first-
They lost.
in the
They,
first round.
It
that
was
was a
very
big time
ugly.
loss.
Yeah.
That was a big time loss. That was the first one where I started to give Payne Tech this face.
That was a non-competitive basketball game. It was over in the first quarter.
I would just say with Seton Hall / give mindset on defense, his stuff is like, yo, we're gonna gamble and make you do something you don't want to do. And if it works his way, it's gonna look bad on the other team. If it doesn't work, it looks bad on Seton Hall end. So it's a gambling defense with Seton Hall. Either it works or it don't work.
But let's go again, because remember, they're in the same So they play Seton Hall twice. What happened the second game? You thought the first game was ugly.
Well, I think they played them 3 times in total. They played them in counties and 2 times.
Yeah,
on
it
the
should be-
schedule.
Yeah. They
And they
played
should play them 3 times. It's SEC.
They only
SEC.
ended up playing twice for whatever reason. Maybe
The
one of
suspension
those
reason from
was
Payne
the-
Tech.
Yeah, I was gonna say
The
probably one of
suspension
those
game.
games that got canceled for Payne Tech.
Yeah, but no. That's the second game they played was this month.
Yes,
It was like
Correct.
what was it not last week? Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was last week.
No,
It
the
was
week
last
before
week.
last.
2 weeks ago, probably. They lost
the
by
week-
21 in January, and then they lost by 37.
Damn near 30.
Damn near 40.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
damn near 40.
So
And once again, like to me, it was an underwhelming performance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was 15-11, but it wasn't a pretty 15-11.
15-11 is 15-11.
yeah,
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, but you're talking about player of the
Coming off
year.
somebody who's getting 30 and 22,
Yeah,
21,
in my opinion, I
21,
think
13,
Infinite.
25,
I think
16, 27, 15. He's the guy.
who you talking about? You talking about Infinite?
No, we're still talking about Gerald.
Oh, Gerald. Oh,
We're still talking about Gerald. And the 2 times you went up against a top-notch team where you are the guy, you don't hit 20. And this is nothing against Gerald. Gerald is a phenomenal player, D1 talent. Hands down. I don't care what nobody say. Grown-ass man. Oh, grown man. My bad. I don't know.
you can say that,
Gerald,
Corey.
man, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But I just felt as though when it was time for those big-time matchups, he kind of shelled up a little bit.
Yeah,
Big
but
time matchup. Morris Catholic, it don't get no better than that, and he just had 20-something, 15, big
And
dunk.
let's just call it for what it is. Like Payne Tech doesn't really have the pieces like all these other schools, you know.
I was just
No.
about to say that. That's a great point. Exactly.
Yeah,
But
Gerald got
yeah.
stuck up in a bad situation at the wrong time this year.
True, but Seton Hall, it's not like Seton Hall Prep has the rim protectors that can stop him.
Yeah, but they
What are we
got
talking
the,
about?
But you know what type of defense they play,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Like, they're
Right.
gonna
They're
make
gritty.
you
They're a
take the
gritty
shot you
team.
don't want to take.
Yeah,
Right.
they're a very well coached team, man. It's
It's a guard-led team. Gibbs was a
For
guard
sure.
in college. He's gonna make you gamble that rock.
So I want to move on to Bergen County for a minute. I was at the Bergen County Jamboree Championship game on Friday night. It was pretty much as to be expected. Bergen ran away with that one. St. Mary's had a great season, great run. They're still alive, of course, in the playoffs, but 18-game win streak comes to an end. Bergen was just a well-oiled machine. They ran away with that one. Starters barely played in the fourth quarter. If you guys had to pick who you would pick as the player of their team this year, would you have it as Julius or
Statistically,
would you have
Jaden
it
Brown.
as Jaden?
yeah. Jaylen Brown.
Statistically, Jaden Brown.
That's like all
Statistically,
due respect,
definitely,
yeah.
but when you watch their game, Julius got a lot of gravity. I guess like much in part because he's 6'7" or so. His size and capabilities, it really, he's drawing double teams all game. He frees up a lot for their offense. So even when he doesn't score, I feel like he impacts the game so much.
100%.
Do we think that Bergen's the best team in New Jersey? Because everyone has them at number one.
What? That's not even a
NJSI
question. That's not even a question.
yeah. NJSI,
That's not even
yeah.
a question. Bergen has 0 losses to New Jersey teams. And like I was telling Bucket you all year, me and Bucket, you've been to a lot of games together this year. It was good to see him at a lot of games. The measuring stick for a lot of New Jersey's teams this year was TPS. Only 2 teams knocked off TPS this year, and Hudson Catholic and Bergen. Bergen was probably the
What?
most
Hudson
convincing.
Catholic,
Hudson
beat
Catholic?
TPS?
Oh, you guys didn't know that?
No, that must have not been national.
No, no
Nah.
disrespect. No
it was
disrespect.
national.
Nah, nah.
It was the beginning of the season.
Nah, I
It was
need to
early
get
in the
Ike
season.
on
I
the
think it
phone
was
right
like
now.
the second or third game.
Nah,
Please
let me
hold.
get Ike on the phone.
It wasn't a scrimmage.
No. Nah, son, nah,
It says
chill.
on NJ.com that they beat Patrick School's national team by 5.
Yes.
What?
Y'all don't believe me? Y'all thought I'm playing?
Nah, I
was
need
doing
to.
this
I'm
show telling
gonna
no
call a
lies.
coach up. I need to call. I'm
Without-
calling the coach right now.
Without
Yo,
Ash.
y'all lost to Hudson Catholic. So who they lost to? The regional team? Okay, thank you. Because I'm on a podcast right now, and I knew I wasn't bugging. I'm gonna call you after it's done. They lost. Okay, so Patrick School only lost to one NJSIA team. Back to what
And
we
it
were
was Bergen
saying.
Catholic.
Bergen? Nah, man. Tell him it's all right, man. You can tell the truth.
But yeah,
I
Bergen
had
ran
me
away with that
starstruck.
tournament. It was a
Yeah,
There's
to
really
be
no
honest, I
reason
thought
to
you
even
was
play
gonna
that
skip
tournament.
over that topic. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, we can move right on. To be honest,
We, I would just say I would definitely give my shout out to Matt Kennedy. He definitely stepped up from last year, and a couple
Yeah.
other pieces on that team. They came from their respective schools, came together, grinded out the summer, took a lot of tough losses, beat St. Joe at the end of the summer, and they rolling.
they had quality wins
They just
on the one year.
they just in a bad situation with Bergen County and the North non-public B. So
Yeah,
that's a tough situation. Union County Player of the Year. Or we don't want to talk about that.
Oh,
Ooh.
yo, hold on. If
Wait, Union
you don't
County Player of the
mind,
Year?
Ooh.
Sean,
We gonna be
Damn.
arguing for real.
Damn, man.
can I ask a
Union
question before
County
we move to
Player of
that
the
topic,
Year.
Sean?
What's up?
I'll-
What's up, Corey?
What?
I just want to hear from Cozy. Cozy, who is your top five schools right now? As of right now,
Top
season
five
by then, your
schools?
top five schools. Yes.
Bergen, St. Peter's, Roselle, and I gotta think of two other two.
I just want to say that we gotta put Gil in the top 5.
Who?
No,
Yeah, Gil St. Bernard.
I
should
don't
be
know.
top.
I was just
Yeah,
talking
Gil
about
got,
Gil
yeah,
in the
Gil
group
gotta be in the
chat.
top 5. Yeah, Gil gotta be in the top
So that
5.
means I gotta put Linden
Bergen?
in my top 5. Wait. That means I
Let
gotta
him
put
finish his
Linden.
list. Let him
You
finish his
good.
list.
Wait. That's
Why?
what I was thinking because if I put Gil in my top 5, Linden got beat there by default because they beat Gil.
Yeah, but Dorset wasn't there for that game, Cozy.
Yeah, that is also true.
Yeah.
Dorset didn't play.
Oh, somebody mentioned that as a keynote off live yesterday, so that's what I was going based off of.
Yeah, but Dorset didn't play in that game. That's a big one. He's getting 20 a game, big man, D1 player. So
I don't know. I might still go with Linden though. And I'm gonna go to that when we get to this other question I'm gonna ask after everybody done with their topics.
Wait, Linden 4 or 5?
5.
but we wanted to talk about Union County Player of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could go first.
Go ahead, Cozy.
Micah got it after what he did in that 3-game suspension from Marcus, and he basically sealed it up.
It's really hard not to say Micah. I mean, he was Mr. New Jersey basketball for like a whole month, the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I mean,
Micah sealed it up.
I gotta say though, like, man, Trey Lewis is a absolute dog, man.
Dog.
And I wouldn't even be mad at anybody that wanted to give that a tie because, bro,
And he's a senior.
I
Yeah.
think he has 80 steals or something like that right now. And
Right.
he like it's one thing when you have 80 steals playing like Saddlebrook and Lodi, but like
Right.
to have 80 steals playing the type of schedule that they play, it's ridiculous. So
And on top of that, I'm not really trying to name it, but he's on some serious injury right now. So
Trey,
yeah.
we got Cozy with the inside information.
Nah, it's not even inside information. It's just like I've been outside the whole summer. I know. I just can't talk too much about it.
Got you.
It's almost common sense what Trey got going on, and he's still dropping triple doubles with no points. So
to move on to we touched on it real quick, but we didn't talk about it. The Somerset finals.
Yeah.
Angel, you were there, right? If you want to
Yeah.
just talk a little bit about that game and how it played out. It just seems like this year, Gil, we always talk about it. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, but Gil just looks like they had Rutgers Prep's number this year.
Yeah.
Hold on, Angel. Before you go, I was at the first game when GSB played Rutgers Prep, and it was a back and forth game. It was like here and there. And the kid Prosperous, I think from GSB,
Yeah.
is like
He's tough, man.
He is tough. Like
Yeah.
He's so tough.
relentless. He's like emotional. Like he gives you everything you need as far as a leader, as far as a baller. He's a legit.
He's
like,
one of my favorite guys in the state that doesn't seem to get like that type of recognition. Like
I was
Wait,
just
hold
about to
on.
say that he's probably one of my favorite players, like that I've watched this season. Like
Prosper
personally,
Highlander.
Gil
who
starting
he plays
5 is
for?
low-key underrated too.
very underrated.
Very underrated.
Yeah. And I
Very
think,
humble kid, and he's a baller.
they in the middle of West Bubblefuck. That's what happens sometimes.
Right. No, that's facts.
Right.
That is facts.
People just don't see him play, and
and he was going against Will. Like Will was not
Yeah,
even
he
there
matches up real
sometimes.
good. He matches up real
I need
good
to see who's this kid y'all talking about though.
Prosper.
Yeah.
He's number
number
3
3.
for them.
Yeah,
I was about
I
to
guess
say I like they other duo off the backcourt that's not Connor.
Jamal Dixon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Dixon,
good
yeah.
guard.
And even if you look at their box score from yesterday, damn near their whole starting 5 like dropped 20 almost.
I was
Right.
just about to
Yeah.
I was just about
they
to
all
say
dropped 20. Yeah,
if you check Gil's stat lines for every game, it's more than likely 3 players with 15 plus.
Right.
right. Yep.
Facts.
Mark of a good team right there.
They're going to be a tough out. I think they're in the same playoff bracket as RC this year. Like last year, I remember that was a good game. That's going to be a tough. They're going to be a
Yeah,
tough
so
out.
you guys could possibly, before you say that, you possibly could see a 4th time of Rutgers and Gil playing each other because Rutgers just went down to B. And there's nobody
Actually,
in
so
B.
I'm
So-
looking at it right now. They're non-public B, and I think
Cozy,
South.
Rutgers is in South, Gill is in North. So
Yeah.
we
That's
only
why I
see
said that you
Yeah.
and Rutgers. And I'm saying
Right.
the only people beating Gil is RC, and Rutgers is to beat themselves, and they respect
So
the part.
now that we're on this topic, let's dive into the state playoff brackets.
Oh
a
yeah,
little
that's
bit.
what I was about to do. Can everybody give me they 6 champions from each respective group?
Wow, we're going
Damn.
right there.
All right, I gotta pull it up. I gotta look at the bracket first of all.
Let's start off with the non-public. So let's talk about A.
I want to wait. Can we leave that to last? I ain't gonna lie.
You want to leave A for last?
I think everybody about to have their different point of view if it ain't Bergen.
Okay, so let's go to South B, which Rutgers Prep is the heavy favorite in that one for sure. You got Holy Cross Prep as the 2 seed.
See.
Yeah, Rutgers Prep, I got them winning that.
I definitely have
Nah,
them.
name 2 more teams though, but you just said Holy Cross. That sounds like enough to me.
Holy Cross, Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit.
See. It's Rutgers.
Bishop
If Rutgers Prep
Eustace.
lose, that's on them.
Who's seen a Bishop Eustace game?
Yeah,
No, they solid. They solid. They was
That's what I
ranked a lot
heard.
last year. They was ranked a lot last year. I don't know their situation that this year, but they solid. But as you can hear, Rutgers Prep lose is on them.
they definitely have a favorable path. I know Holy Cross Prep, that's not a gimme game at the end of the road, but it's definitely the expectation that they should come out of that bracket for sure. And it would definitely be a disappointment if they don't.
Yeah, they definitely would.
So to
They gotta
look
have a bad, low scoring game
at-
if they don't come out that bracket.
Yeah, for sure. To look at North B, who would match up against them, we got Gill there.
I got RC.
You got RC in the 2 seed. Morris Catholic
North.
is the 3 seed.
Morris
They-
Catholic versus RC would be a good one.
That would be lined up.
It's
to be a
gonna happen
semifinal
again. This is the
game.
Yeah.
third. It's
Yep.
about to be the 3rd year in a row they play each other.
that'd be in the
looking-
semis, right?
That would be the semifinal game.
Yeah, semifinals. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Morris Catholic bounces back. They had a tremendous start to the season. I feel like they kind of tailed off a little bit towards the end. They haven't been playing as well lately as they were early on.
Yep.
Um,
And they've also been playing a ton of probably the 4 p.m. games. I don't know if that's been a thing. I know we just had Payne Tech and they might have got there late. Like the game started after 4:00 and it was supposed to be 4 p.m. tip off. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's been a factor, but yeah, they've definitely been not playing the same as when the season started, to be honest.
Nah, that's a little advantage for Morris Catholic. They do that on purpose because they definitely was just playing 7 p.m. games last year and the year before.
he said
Right.
they do that all. They trying to keep the fans out of the games. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Nah,
They're trying to
I
get the
just
games
know.
over
I
with.
just know because these people did a lot to them, so they changed up their game.
So on the top end of that bracket, Gill in the semifinals would be playing essentially the winner of St.
More
Mary
than likely
and
Mary's.
Morristown Beard. So the higher.
Wait, never
seed would
mind.
be
I can't
Mary
talk
there.
about that too much. Can't talk about that too much. I didn't know Morristown Beard was on the other side.
Morristown Beard is there too. That should be a competitive game. They have Morristown Beard has some decent players. Would Gill against either of those teams be a competitive game? We'll find out. But if the top seeds did advance, that one would be Gill versus Roselle Catholic, and that would be a goodie.
Who you got in that?
It's hard to cut out RC
Yeah.
at this point, bro. It's so hard, bro.
Man, that
RC
would be
plays
a
so tough.
good game.
Yes, it's going to be a great game.
I really hope that one happens.
That'd be a
Off
really
topic.
good game. Yeah.
What's it called? Before we get to the next one, off topic comment. Who's your favorite duo? Because my reason of RC winning it all in the B is Trey and Tyrese, and that's maybe a top 5, top 3 duo right now.
Favorite duo? That's
Yeah,
a tough
favorite duo,
one.
yeah.
I mean, those two are right up
Those
there.
my
in terms of
personal
a
favorites.
duo. Yeah.
Those my personal favorites because I can't show too much bias to Jaren and Holman.
The fair deal for me would be like J Bug, Julius Even, Bird Catholic. I like him a lot. Jaden Brown.
Yeah, I think Trey and Reese are probably one of the best duos. They just coexist with one another like super well.
Yeah, it's just so much storyline behind it. Like they lost Jalen Grant a month or two before the season. I went to their practice and coach told them to their face, y'all the point guards now. And you saw the results throughout the year.
Yeah. In terms of duos, yeah, they're right up. Oh, I'll give you one that could rival it, which would be Richie and Mason Santiago.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
That's why we talking about
Yeah.
favorites.
Good
Yeah,
one.
St. Peter's probably.
Good
Right.
one.
Yeah, we
I'm
definitely.
just not trying to be. I'm not trying to be biased. There's a lot of Patterson connections with some of the duos we said so far.
Right. Richie, right? Richie from Patterson.
Yeah, Richie from Patterson, Mason from Patterson.
I
Jaron got
I
his
don't know
Patterson
why.
ties.
I think it's because they're in Jersey City and no one wants to drive there, but I always forget they exist, even though I've
Yeah.
seen them like 4 or 5 times this year.
It's just so out the way. It's an hour
It
drive
really
to get
is.
into
Like,
there.
I had
Corey said
AJ
Adam
Athletic.
back.
You don't have the link? Oh,
He said Adam back.
There
He
he is.
said,
Corey, welcome back.
Oh, I'm back.
Wait.
All right, say less.
"Oh wait! Before we get off that topic, Corey, who's your favorite duo? It can't be Jaron and Bug.
It can't be Jaren and Book.
Cannot.
It cannot really. It can't be Jaren
I
and
just
Book.
named the
That's crazy, yeah.
unbiased duo. I just named the unbiased duo. I couldn't name Richie and Mason. I couldn't name Jaden and Jaron.
In New Jersey, at Jersey boys basketball. If I can't pick, I can't pick Jaden. I mean, I can't pick Holman and Jaren.
I gotta say one just because it's almost like they're the whole team is Maldonado and Jaden Johnson.
Johnson, yeah.
There we go.
Those
That's my
Exciting duo,
favorite.
yeah.
If I
Those
can't
are
pick, I'm
two
picking.
that-
Yep, I'm picking
Those
that one.
two just have been having the weight on their shoulders, bro. Jaden Johnson and Maldonado, bro.
Yeah, there we go.
Combined from 40 to 50 points every night.
Every
There we
game,
go.
every game,
Every game.
They combine for 50, bro, easily. Jaden
Every
Johnson,
game.
Maldonado, bro.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
they're
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think Gil get enough love. Like
I agree.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Yeah, like I think Gil play a lot this year. Like Gil needs a lot more love. Like
Gil
Connor
St. Bernard.
Junker. Yeah, for sure. Like,
I don't
think,
at all look
I
at
just,
that
the only
game.
reason I didn't mention nobody from Gil is because they're a 3-headed snake leg. I
Mhm.
think
For
everybody
this
could agree on
conversation,
that.
right.
Yeah, but let's think about
They're
this. So,
300.
like, in my opinion, I think like they have so much talent. I don't even think Connor Junker doesn't really get displayed fully. Like he's such a really good guard. He could shoot really well. So like I don't think that gets put on full display just because of the talent that he has around him. And then like we said before, like Jamal Dixon, like very gritty guard. Like he's gonna play 94 feet.
Very.
He's gonna poke the ball. He's gonna have you run up and down. Dorsett, like you said, Sean, like he's probably playing the big for them. But in all reality, he's like a 3-4.
He's a guard. He's
Yeah,
like
he's a guard. Yeah, he's a
he's a
guard.
guard.
He's a
We all
guard.
know
He's a
that.
guard, man.
Yeah,
Like-
his D1 position will be a guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so I mean, like when we're talking about like Jersey basketball, like duo wise, like you got to put Connor and Jamal up there. Like they're not the most flashy duo, but I'm gonna be honest with you. You got one that's gonna shoot your face off, and the other one that's gonna guard you. So
Well, they would stand out to me if we were talking about best starting lineups. They,
Right.
they
Best,
would be
like 1 through 5. Yep,
up
absolutely.
there. They would be
Yeah.
one of the
Starting
teams that
lineups
if
is
you go
definitely
1
Gil.
through 5, you got
Yeah.
a strong player at each spot.
Yeah, Gil's got it all, man. Gil is a very, very dope
But
team.
if you're talking about starting 5, if you go back to the GMC, I think St. Joe's Metuchen makes a case. I think St. Joe's Metuchen
man.
makes a case.
I told
Yeah.
you I'm not naming no bias in because everybody.
I'm not biased either.
Cozy, let's hear about it from you because I know you've probably seen more
St. Joe's than all of us
than
combined.
anybody here.
Right.
Nah, if we're saying the best starting 5, besides Bergen and Peters, you might be looking right at them.
I need to see Gil play Joe.
Six-
That would be a good match, in my opinion.
6'6" point guard, 2 6-foot shooting guards. They flip chasing Elijah a lot.
So I want to jump to Joe's bracket right now, real quick. So to me, this might be
They're
the
a fourth
deepest.
seed.
This might be the deepest bracket in the state playoffs. The South non-public A. Joe's is the 4 seed.
4th seed. Yep.
Peters is the 3rd seed.
That's crazy.
Which, for Peters to be the 3rd seed is crazy
Makes no
because
sense.
I think they might be the 2nd ranked team in the state.
Wait. But before we even get into that, CBA is.
Oh, we can talk about
We gotta
CBA.
talk about CBA. We gotta
Listen.
love to the shore.
We can talk
I
about
went
don't
to
think nobody
CBA.
gives
I went to
enough-
CBA
them
versus
enough
Red Bank
respect.
Championship. I was there.
Yeah, how was that?
CBA spanked them. You know, it's crazy. I had I was hitting a Bucket U, man. I know me and Bucket U talk a lot, so I'm gonna keep referring back to Bucket U, man. But yeah, me and Sean, we talk a lot, and I gave him my 15 teams. You know what I mean, in the state,
God
and I had CBA at 8. I had some dude ask me, yeah, I mean, he was like, yo, what do you think about Christian Brothers for the game? I was like, brother, I have them ranked 8th in the state. CBA put BTA to RBC. It was just they were so, I didn't expect them to be that fast. I didn't expect them to be as athletic as they are. Like Christian Brothers is different, man. They are
Right.
definitely different, man.
Right. But me and
Even
Sean was
seeing
at
them-
the game when. Oh, yeah.
No, I was gonna say even seeing them go up against Bergen, like that first half
That's the
was so
game,
damn
yup.
high pace. Like
Yep.
both teams getting
Yup.
damn near 50 at halftime,
Mhm.
and they were just trading buckets like back and forth, whether they were 2s or 3s. And I honestly think like that's what's going to be a lot of the other teams' problems in their bracket is like catching up to their speed and stuff.
Right.
I think that they're one of those teams again, like we were talking about before with Gil. They have a great starting 5. They
Yeah.
really have, like, every player on the team contributes. I think what might separate them from some of the top teams in that bracket is I don't know if they have somebody that's going to give you an explosive output if you really need it. If you hit a game where the game slows down
Where
real
the stars
physical,
have,
do you
I
have
mean, the
somebody-
stars got to shine.
when you need somebody in a physical environment to just put the ball on the floor and get themselves a bucket, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that against Peters, against St. Joe's, against Paul the Sixth. Who's seen
Yeah.
Paul the Sixth?
I haven't seen them.
I haven't seen him.
Where,
All
where,
I
are
can
they,
say
where are
is
they
that-
located?
South Jersey.
Dumb,
South
bottom
Jersey.
of South Jersey. Bottom
Bottom.
of South Jersey.
That's like an hour and 45-minute drive.
Bottom of
damn.
South Jersey.
I ain't taking
I
that
would
job.
just say a lot of coaches just say respect them. So for this is
They got a
disrespect
7-footer, I
them.
think, right?
I haven't seen them
Yeah.
in person, but
7 foot.
I watched video on the 7-footer, and he's, I think, 7'2". He moves
Yeah.
well. He's actually like a little coordinated. He's not like a goofy 7'2". So if the
And
rest
he's,
of their team is
he's
anything,
dropping.
he's gonna give.
Yeah, he's
He's a hard
dropping
time.
buckets too. I think he's another one that's he almost did 500 points this year.
Yeah, all the
I haven't
coaches
seen
just say
Paul.
respect them. Respect them.
Yeah,
So
I haven't
that
seen Paul
bracket-
6 since they faced Bosco like 2 years ago. I heard about that
Right.
game, like,
Nah, that's a whole different team.
Yeah,
But wait, that
because
thing
he's
top
a
to
young
bottom,
dude
that's
too.
a,
Ain't he a sophomore?
no, that's a whole different team.
Big man
Like,
is a
whole
sophomore.
di-
Big man is a
That's
sophomore this year. Yeah.
Yeah, big man is a sophomore. What I do know is from people who talked about it. I remember like they were saying like he started off kind of slow this season. However, by like the 3rd or 4th game, it just doubles every night.
Yeah, he currently has 459 points on the season.
Yeah, like I said, 100 plus. I mean 400 plus. I knew it. I knew he was close to 5.
Who
And
you
it looks
guys got
like-
winning?
I'm gonna go with Peters in that bracket. I think that Peters,
Wow.
if it's possible, I think they're underrated. I think that
Underrated.
I went into the
Underrated
Bergen.
is
I think they might be the best team in the state. So
better than Bergen.
they might be, because in that first game against Bergen, they should have won that game without question. They gave up a 14-0 run and lost on the
Yeah,
last
everybody
possession.
said that.
So, to be honest, I think that if they saw Bergen again, it might not go down the same way. And I love Bergen. Those are my guys. I give them a lot of props. I think that team is strong from 1 to 9 or 10 guys on the bench. Like they have such a strong team. But Peters dominates the glass almost every game they play. I don't think
They
I've
do.
been
Very
to a
physical
Peters game
team.
where they didn't.
Very physical
I would
team.
say I would say it's either Jules or Peters. The reason why Jules personally will win it is because they're the definition of dog. You search up dogs and you see Peters every time. You can't tell me different. It's a 4-year led team. Richie and Mason in number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we said
it's
they're
like-
due. They're due for this, to be honest.
Yeah,
And,
and
this,
I like,
this is
and I
it
like their
now. Like,
additions.
this is it. This
So,
is
like,
it.
I
So
do
St.
like their
Pete-
additions on St. Peter's, man. That believe it or not, I mean, he hasn't made like a crazy impact, but he does affect the game. I like that new kid they got, Dallas Baldwin. I like him.
Oh, one of my kids from Just May.
Yeah, I like Dallas a lot.
Seriously though, true point guard, and that's
Yeah,
what a lot of
he
scouts even said before he.
definitely affects the game when he's in. Like
I
I,
had
said,
no idea he
he's
was
not.
a freshman.
Yeah, like he's not the craziest scorer. Yeah, I mean, you could tell he's still trying to fit in, but he understands the system. I mean, no little bro stuff, but he definitely looks up to Richie. Like you can see it on the court. He definitely, I mean,
But
great
yeah, like you just
communication.
said, no disrespect, but that's
Yeah.
what he went there for. He actually went there for that. He wanted to go there for Richie.
Yeah, you can see
He
it.
won't-
Like I said, I don't know him on a personal level, but I'm just going from the St. Peter's games that I watched.
No, I'm
And he
I'm
was definitely
confirming.
a
I'm
player that's
confirming to
standing.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
confirming
I
to you.
appreciate that.
He wanted.
I appreciate that.
Does
Yeah, he
anybody
want-
have
he-
somebody other than Peters coming out of that
I
bracket?
was just
So
gonna
do you
say.
have
I was
you have
just.
Joe's?
I was just gonna say. Nah, this is unbiasedness. I'm saying if Joe's win, that means they finally woke up. And I told them that. So, told them if y'all beat Peters, y'all
I
basically
just
are
I
here.
just won't sleep on CBA. I went to see them play against Linden earlier in the year, and the dominance that they showed against a team led by Mike Rice and some talent, like it goes to show like they can match up against anybody. They value possessions a lot. So I mean, a team like that, I wouldn't want to run. I wouldn't want to run into them in the state tournament. But obviously, we're talking about Peters and Joes and stuff like that. But
CBA would
yeah,
be lined
CBA.
up to play against Peters in the semifinals in that bracket.
Yeah, they'll definitely give them a run for their money.
Got to make sure I'm there.
That would be a
Yeah.
good one. And then on the
That'd be
other
a good
Nah,
end,
it's gonna be a little bit hard, Corey. With these playoff games, damn near everybody play on the same day.
yeah,
Nah,
Yeah, you're right.
What is
you're
it like
right.
Tuesday, Thursday?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
I mean,
saw
some
this
of
yet.
them on
Uh,
Wednesdays though. We get lucky. Some of them on
I'll say
Wednesdays.
non-public. I'll say non-public is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Because non-public B's is playing this Friday.
I don't know if you
Gotcha.
guys saw this yet, but there's not even to the point that all these games are on the same day. There aren't even games on the weekend this week coming up. Every game is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. No game
Friday.
Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sheesh.
So we're in for
A
a
go
lot
for
of
sure.
basketball all at
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get them SD cards ready.
So-
Yo, I just formatted mine.
Don't talk about. They're not talking about storage or space. They're not talking
Yeah,
about
I
storage or
just got
space.
rid of a lot of storage.
Hey, listen,
Um,
man. Oh,
So non-public, basically non-public B is over with. Non-public A. Wait, no, non-public A is being spoke about right now. So non-public
So we could.
North A.
hey
There's not
you gotta
really to
get
talk
you gotta
about.
get you one of these, Joe.
Who would you
Yo,
guys like
20 terabytes.
Oh, I need that. Jesus, 20
At,
terabytes.
down at Rutgers if we end up with, let's say, Bergen Catholic versus Peters? That seemed to be what I think the consensus.
I would just say Bergen versus Peters / Joes.
So Cozy got to throw in the slash Joe's.
Bro, I told her multiple times. Everybody could vouch for me from St. Joe's, bro. You gotta prove it to everybody. Everybody think y'all sweet, so
They definitely listen. I give them a lot of credit. They've had a great year, and I want to see how they do in the state playoffs. Because I'm not saying I agree with it necessarily completely, but they definitely do have the stigma around them that they've been ducking smoke all year.
Yeah.
And I've heard from people connected to a few different teams that they tried scheduling that game and that Joe's didn't want to schedule the game.
And all I'm gonna say too is that's the same thing coming out of Joe's party too. So I don't know what's going on. Somebody not telling something.
We know Cozy on payroll. We see that in the chat. We see that in the chat. Cozy on payroll. We know.
That's a paid advertisement.
Okay. Y'all think I'm really on payroll. Y'all don't know what be going on in the locker room at halftime. So
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're thinking free. Yeah, you're freaked out right now.
Yeah. My biggest thing with Joe's is like they don't really have like a jersey resume win, and that was like my biggest thing like the entire year. Like you guys didn't play a Gale. Like I told somebody they haven't played no big jersey team, jersey team, and for you guys and for St. Joe's to add Andrew, which is one of my guys. Like I seen him since like the 7th, 8th grade. You seen Aiden Carter, you get the kid a mod. Like no big jersey schools is kind of crazy in my opinion. So that's why yeah, you can go.
Well, Cozy, I had a question for you because I know you were at the South Plainfield game. What went wrong with St. John's end for them to lose that game?
Yeah,
They like 10 cans of bounce that ass. That's what happened. My son Andrew caught the ball at the wing.
He gets up.
He said, all right, let me see what he's talking about. Blew past him. Just stunk the layup multiple times. There's nothing to say about that. They stunk it up, bro. Ain't no coaching adjustments, no nothing. They just stunked it up. That's it.
Yeah, I just don't think that Joe should have been I feel like every St. Joe's game in the GMC should be a 20-point win.
Yeah,
I told him that
was fucking crazy.
And I told him that. That's why I'm not gonna say I'm the reason, but I told him, I said, if y'all want to make a statement, Piscataway is the first statement, and they did what they had to do, 30 ball.
So let me ask you, Cozy, I'm curious your thought on this because I had recently been asked for a media vote on the top 15 players in the state, and I struggled.
I got the same email as you.
So how did you include both guys from Joe's in your top 15?
I mean, it's just hard to not include ranked players.
I'm gonna say I included them both.
I was just about to say, it's hard to not include these ranked players this year.
I had them both.
That's a fact.
Well, top 15 players in the state?
The top 15 players in the state this year.
I just say it's hard to deny the ranked players that we got this year. Every ranked player has a resume behind them. They're not ranked for no reason this year.
Yeah.
I can't think of no ranked players that's played bad this year. Trey's a 4-star. Andrew, Aiden, Julius. I'm hearing Jaden Brown is a 3-star. Richie, 4-star.
Mm-hmm.
Micah, 4-star.
Should be 5 very soon.
I'm waiting on that 5th.
Yeah, it should be a 5-star.
Very soon.
Who should be a 5-star?
Micah
Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
Micah, if Micah want that 5th star, he gotta do what he gotta do.
Wait, what does he gotta do?
He don't gotta do anything at this point.
I think from
I'm talking about AAU. I'm talking
on the circuit.
you
gotta go crazy. You gotta go crazy.
He's definitely got to go crazy on the circuit. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know, sometimes you can really get that star pushed with social media, and I think he did a lot on the social media side as well.
Yeah, he definitely did. Someone in the we got in the chat. Malik didn't play well this year. He's a 5-star.
Oh, that's coming from Carl Holman.
That's coming from Linden. That's coming from Linden.
Here we go with Union County. Here we go with Union County and Malik. I've been hearing
the last time they played, right? He was a 5-star against Linden.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So I think
chill.
no. Let's talk about it because I think
Can we-
ESPN
yeah, can we
still
talk
has him
about
as a
that
4,
game?
but I think he is a 5-star with 24.
No, he's
I
a
think so.
5-star point guard ahead of Makai. He's actually at 20 on the money.
Who's ahead of Makai?
Malik.
Oh, I don't like
Head
that.
of
but-
Makai White.
Yeah, that's different.
That's the only
Yeah.
Makai I know.
Yeah, he's ahead of Makai. Makai
Ain't
is
no way.
like 25.
Ain't no way. I
Hashtag
got to get on the
City.
board now. Now I got to get on the committee. Ain't no way. I love Malik, man. But if you, I've been paying attention only because, you know, my man Ben from Owen Invitational has been going to the games, keeping me updated, sending me videos. Now Makai's different, bro.
Well, I would just give.
Malik Moore is also 6'5".
Yeah, I would just say from 24/7. I mean, because I spoke to scouts personally, they look at like Tui just said height, and they don't really update underclassmen. Like that shit
Yeah.
stays the same damn near all year.
And I will say this too about when like the rankings, ESPN or 24/7, like a lot of the time they really start to ignore production and like the way guys are currently playing because like they're really projecting like what can they be, what will they be at the next level. Because I see guys all the time that are like sophomores that 4 or 5 stars and you see what they're gonna be, but they're currently as is turning the ball over 4, 5, 6, 7 times a game, out of position defensively all the time. And that's not a good basketball player, but you see based on their raw abilities, what they can do with the ball in their hand. They're gonna figure it out once they get that stuff figured out. It's normal for a sophomore to be iffy on that stuff, but
Right.
Yeah, and I think the person that really got like the shitty end of the stick of it was Will Brunson. Like, I think this kid is probably the best sophomore in New Jersey.
I agree.
yeah.
And in my
definitely.
opinion, I think he's a top 3 player in New Jersey. And I don't want to tell you guys where I have him in my top 3 because it can get real controversial.
Wait, hold up. Say that again, Angel.
I think
Hold
Will
up.
Brunson is a top three player in New Jersey.
Top 3.
Top
Not
3.
just
Oh my
sophomore,
God.
top 3.
Top 3.
Ooh.
Will Brunson's a top 3 player in New Jersey right now as a sophomore.
Ooh.
Fuck that, Angel.
Okay.
I'm
Dang,
stamping that.
I like
I'm
it.
stamping that.
Get spicy in this chat room. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm stamping that right
That's
now.
a talk your stuff, Angel. Talk
So-
your
I would
stuff.
say he
Get
has the
spicy in
potential to be a top 3 player.
Nah. He's a top 3 player right now. Like
Okay.
between
Man,
him,
listen.
wait. Between him, Deron Rippey, and Michael Gordon, we gotta put Deron Rippey at 1.
So
That's
let me
cool.
ask you a question
Talk
for the sake of
Hold on, let
argument.
Angel finish. Let Angel finish. Go ahead, Angel.
This is gonna
Let
get
Angel
real
finish.
controversial.
For the sake of
Oh,
argument,
man.
right?
Talk to me.
I'm not talking about how they project at the next level. I'm
Right.
talking
You're
about
right now.
I'm talking about right now in a
As of
high school
today.
game. Do you want Will Brunson on your team or you want Richie Rose on your team?
I want Will Brunson.
Hey, Joe, you already know what I'm gonna say, Joe. What was our
I
argument?
don't know.
Kevin
You
Durant
can't
versus
compare
Kyrie?
that.
Yeah, I
can't
know.
compare that.
Right,
You
we
can't
already
compare
had
that.
that.
And I love Rich Rosa, but Will Brunson is doing everything at 6'5".
You can't compare that. That's 2 different things.
You guys just brought up the comparison.
No, but
No,
to
I'm
my
saying that's what I'm saying. Richie and Will is 2 different players. Like
All right, so Will and Julius,
actual
who you taking
point guard,
right now?
actual point guard versus
Will,
an actual shooting
Will,
guard.
Will or Julius?
yeah, but we're
let's
talking about him being a top 3 player, right?
Yeah,
So then
I'm taking Will Brunson over Julius Avon just because he plays more on the ball.
I think
Like,
he's
he has the
forced to
ball-
do so. He's forced to do so. Julius
So-
doesn't have
Y'all
to do
about to
that.
make
He
Zay
has
enter the chat.
their
He has a
offensive
guard.
systems are very different. Bergen Catholic
Oh.
and Rutgers Prep. Rutgers Prep, I forget who I was talking about with this recently, but they have a much more like player friendly kind of
right.
get the ball in your spots and do what you do type of system. Whereas Bergen Catholic does not play that way at all. Like
Right.
if you play at Bergen Catholic, you running them damn plays. That's
Right.
just the way it is. So
Right.
I think that if Julius
It's a little bit more free.
he does not have the off the dribble game that Will Brunson has. I'm going to be the first one to tell you that. But if he had more freedom in that realm, he would definitely show you more than he's showing you right
Exactly.
That's true. Yeah, Will definitely got the green light on Rutgers.
Yo, he got the green light. He could go.
So
He
you're
could go.
saying we put Will Brunson on a different team, right? Let's just say for all sakes and purposes, we put him on a team like a Bergen or we put him on a St. Peter's Prep? Are you saying that Will's not the same player?
I'm saying that his opportunities
Wait.
are
Let's
different.
just call it. Wait, let's just call for what
And
it
he'll
is.
have to adapt a
Let's
lot.
just
He'll have
call
to
for what it
adapt.
is. Julius Evans playing with Jaden Brown, who's arguably he where is he committed to?
Fairfield.
Fairfield.
In my opinion, that's way too low for he should have went way higher than that. Let's call it for what it is. Will Brunson is playing with Logan Franz, who committed to Marist, and then look at the rest of the roster. They're high academic D3 kids. They look at everybody else that we want to compare them to. There's multiple Division I kids on their teams, multiple. And Will Brunson is leading Rutgers Prep as a sophomore. You put Will Brunson on any other team that we're talking about in today's show, we're not even talking. We're not even having a conversation.
But the different, I completely get what you're saying there.
I get it too.
But the difference there, I heard that in the Somerset Finals game, he must have got 30 shots, and you're not gonna get that elsewhere. Like you might win, but are we talking about him as this guy that's getting 30 all the time? That he wouldn't have been necessarily in that position to open everybody's eyes to what type of scorer he is if he was on a different team.
Right.
He might have picked up a different role and maybe he would have done more rebounding, playmaking, but I don't think you'd put him on
his game.
Wait.
Wouldn't be the same. His game will be completely different.
Let's think about
if he was on a different team.
Let's think about the impact that he had on his team. Last year they had Jacob Canton, Andrew Kikowski, and they had Logan Franz, Miles Parker, and Will Brunson.
Yeah,
those guys leave. Those guys leave. Will Brunson goes into the same, steps up into the main role, and guess what? Look what happens. And let's call for what it is. Yeah, he got 30 shots. You got to live or die by that.
Yeah, but you got to think about what Rutgers Prep too. Like from what you said last year with their roster, all four of those people are player A people, and they had them all on one team. They couldn't really coexist with one another, or they would just shit the bed at times. But I mean, I think Will gets the green light on that team just because of who he is for that system. Like you said, if you put him in a different system, like Bergen or Roselle or something like that, maybe he does get off, but he doesn't get off as occasional as he does with RP.
Yeah.
Because RP, honestly, it's just Will. I'm not going to say it's just Will and Nick, but Will and Nick are the two driving forces of their points. I think Will had like 30 yesterday, and then Nick had like 20-something.
Yeah.
Versus Gil, who has 5 starters that can go for 20 plus at any given game, or you can get 3
and to a point
for 20.
Being brought up in the chat, and I have a lot of respect for Rutgers Prep as a program. I have a lot of respect for Will as a player. If Will was in my top 10 players in the state this year, I think he was in my top 5. But a point being brought up is, yes, he's taken on that 1A role. They're running the offense through him. I don't think they beat a ranked team all year. And they didn't win their county.
Let me check this good though.
And they played GSB 3 times. And I was at, I think, the first one I was at. And
This one's probably at Gil.
Yeah, it was at Gil.
And he had a big game against them in that first one.
Right.
But
they lost against Hillsborough. I forgot about that.
They did not beat a
And they lost
ranked
against
team.
Hillsborough. I did see that.
Is Montgomery ranked? Montgomery might be ranked. They probably are. So that would be a ranked win.
They lost against Linden
Montgomery's
too.
one of my favorite teams this year. Montgomery's one of my
Yeah,
favorite.
Ethan's doing his thing.
They have the other kid. I think
15. Who's the other kid?
Michael Sambowski. I don't want to butcher his last name.
He's tough.
He's
I
a
didn't know who he
sleeper.
was, and I showed up and watched them play. I was like, man, I didn't even know who this kid was, and he kind of stole the show a little bit.
Do y'all think they'll get back to the chip?
Yeah, I mean, there's
I'm about to say who's in their group right now.
Oh,
That's
like
Rutgers Prep. Yeah.
No, I was talking about Montgomery.
Oh, we're talking about Montgomery now.
Which one's Montgomery in right now? Can we take a look
Montgomery
real quick,
is
Post?
in group. They're group 4. They might be like
Central
Central 1. Yeah,
They're the
Central.
3 seed. Hillsborough's the 1, Marlboro's the 2, Montgomery 3, East Brunswick got 4, Jackson Township at 5.
What group 2?
Yeah.
These group rankings.
Okay.
I mean, these are These seed rankings and these off too, like crazy.
It's just on.
Yeah,
It's a
the-
PowerPoint system.
But they're
You gotta-
terrible every year. Every year,
Yeah,
terrible.
they're
Every
always
year.
terrible, and
Yeah,
you can
they're
never
always
get you can never really get no real explanation on how they put the seeds together. You know, when you talk to people who are on those boards, they give you the runaround on exactly
So-
how they put
So
those.
the
PowerPoint
way they
system
do
is
it is
terrible.
they
Terrible.
have like mathematical formulas that are weighing into it. So they're counting
Right.
for
They do multipliers and crap like that.
strength of schedule.
Yep.
They're counting
Yep.
ranked wins. But at the end of the day, when you look at the way that the PowerPoints are adding up, it doesn't make sense all the time. Like we have in North 2 Group 4, Elizabeth is the 7th seed, which
That's crazy.
that really I need someone to sit me down and explain that one to me because I really don't understand. Bayonne is ahead of them, which I heard Bayonne's a
I
solid
heard Bayonne
team.
is tough.
I heard Bayonne's a solid team. I know Hackensack lost to them, and their coaches were telling me they have a pretty tough team. 20-6 record. So no disrespect to Bayonne. They only lost to Hudson Catholic by 2. I'm seeing it looks like they have a decent team, but to have them ahead of Elizabeth, I'm a little confused because Elizabeth has a couple wins against strong teams.
Not even Bayonne, but Union at 3 after dropping the division.
Union.
You got
Yep.
Perth Amboy. That is, I think Perth Amboy last year was like a 14th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were not. They were.
They
And they got
dropped.
obliterated by Plainfield first
Yeah,
round
they
last
got
Yeah, they
year.
were.
So hold on,
I
while
got a
we're
chug,
here,
man. That's my hometown chug.
let's jump into that bracket, the North 2 Group 4, because that's a good one. You got
Yes.
Piscataway 1. So talking about the PowerPoints not making sense. Plainfield is 4. So Piscataway is 1. Linden is 2. Union 3. Plainfield 4. Bayonne and Perth Amboy, and then Elizabeth.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's in my opinion, that's really like what we talking. Linden, Plainfield.
Yeah, they
It-
wanted
it-
to
it-
see
yeah,
they
that's-
wanted to see Linden Plainfield at the end, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it is between
That's
those
what
two
they
and
wanted to see.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, they set it up.
They literally set it up where Plainfield and Linden will meet at the end.
You think Elizabeth could like spoil it or not?
Oh no.
I don't know. I haven't really watched as many other teams other than most of the Union County teams in this bracket.
That's going to see the thing about Elizabeth, and that gets me right. The thing about Elizabeth, right? You have a great coach in Phil Colicchio. Obviously, you have 2 stars, Jaden Johnson and Jaden Maldonado, right? Allen, the point guard, has been adjusting this year. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the big's name that just came off the 30 days, but I know he swaps with number 22 a lot. Those guys just got to lock in, man. I don't know what it is. They start off great in the first half, but for some reason they just can't seem to finish in the second half. And I
I
don't
think they're
understand.
easily rushed, and I think the moment of the game sometimes it gets a little bit too big as far as when it gets later in the game. Instead of keeping their composure, like as the game goes on, like the first quarter, like you just said, they have great first quarters, great second quarters. As the game winds down into the third and the fourth quarter, they get rushed. You know, they get a little antsy, and I don't think it's just them. I think it's everybody on that team, probably except for Jaden Johnson at times. Like they're easily rushed. Like you can rush them, and they'll make bad decisions. They'll turn the ball over. They'll miss layups. Like I've seen enough Elizabeth this year, and I could easily say, you know, you can rush them if you, as the game gets going in the third and the fourth quarter, easily.
I'll say Elizabeth problem is I'm gonna just say it because I'll say I have ties at Elizabeth, but I really don't. They just don't got people. After Jaden Johnson, Jalen Maldonado, it just gets dark. That's
So,
really what it is.
My biggest thing with them is I think when you compare them to the other Union County teams and you look at the differences, I don't think that they defend like those other teams. Like you have 2 players that can
That's
go.
the point.
Yeah, right.
Who's the guys?
Right.
Jalen Maldonado has to be a 20-point scorer, and then you go tell him to go defend the best guy. He's fatigued after a time.
Yeah.
Because now they fake boxing one in Jaden Johnson. It just started getting dark. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
They just don't got enough people over there.
So we feel pretty confident that bracket is going to end up with Plainfield and Linden at the end.
Shit, but
Yeah.
Piscataway can find something.
Does anyone think Piscataway can give Plainfield a good game?
Honestly, if they want to,
Really?
yeah, because even watching like the St. Joe's game, I mean, even seeing Piscataway a couple times this year, like I don't know, I just think they were not awake for the championship game. Of course, how it went, but like they have a good guard play, and I don't know. Sometimes they just be folding in the second half. It might be coaching, sometimes it might be the players.
What are you talking about,
Mm.
Piscataway?
He's talking about
Yeah.
Piscataway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. I mean, they got to run into Plainfield. I'm sorry, you're playing at the Rico. You're
Nah, they're not. No, they're gonna
Nah,
be
They
playing.
P-Way's
home.
gonna be
play
home.
at the Rico. That's the thing. They
Oh, is that
play
P-Way?
P-Way at home.
Oh,
It's in P-Way.
I mean, P-Way crossed town from Plainfield, so I mean,
I mean,
I think
hold
it'll
on,
be
hold
a
on,
it
hold
may,
on,
it may
hold
still
on,
turn
hold
into
on.
the Rico. It still
I
may
was about
turn
to
into
say,
the
let's
Rico.
not
Yeah.
act, let's
Nah,
not act like
hell no.
Plainfield fans can't turn
Yeah,
any place
I
they
was
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
they
into
can
the
anything
Rico.
to the
Yeah.
Rico.
They gonna
I
travel.
saw them turn
Wait,
American
wait,
Dream
wait,
Mall
wait,
at the
wait.
Throne last year into the Rico.
To the
Wait,
They
Rico.
turned
wait,
American
wait,
Dream
wait,
Mall
wait.
into the Rico.
Wait. I know this is unpopular opinion, but if you guys were just at that game Friday, I don't think no Rico is happening if they play each other. So
What do you mean?
you ain't see Piscataway crowd?
Oh, they got it
They
like that?
they
I ain't gonna
filled up
lie.
they filled up their whole section. They sold out their whole section
Yeah.
and took
Yeah.
like two sides off from St. Joe's.
Okay.
So
I ain't gonna lie. Pee-Wee better gatekeep them tickets then. He
Yeah,
better
they
gatekeep-
better because
You know that
better
you
goes
already
gatekeep
down
know
them.
in the States.
Plainfield knows
They
how
gonna
to
sell out.
Plainfield know how to
Yeah.
do Plainfield know how to put the word out where they can get the tickets to just Plainfield people.
So
And
I
you'll
want to
have one
actually,
side filled with Plainfield and one half filled
Yeah.
on the other side.
I want to ask this question. One of the burner accounts in the comments
One of the burner accounts.
finally hit us
Burner
with a good
accounts.
question. What's the
no,
best?
I don't
student-
want to hear from Burning account
what's
no
what's the
more
best
after
student
yesterday.
section in the state?
That's-
The
Shit.
best
Bergen.
student section in the state.
Bergen.
I can't really comment on that. I haven't really seen too many students.
It's Bergen by
Yeah.
default.
Wait, what?
Nah,
Bergen by default.
the Bergen student section ain't like that.
Bergen Catholic?
Nah,
Give them the right
section.
no, give them the right game. They're gonna all come out. I'm so serious.
Nah,
What
I
about
ain't gonna lie to
Seton
you.
Hall
you.
Prep?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Seton Hall
I ain't
Prep.
gonna lie. What I saw from Seton Hall Prep was pure
I mean,
pandemonium
they gym.
between Seton
And
Hall
they
Prep
gym.
and RBC. Between Seton Hall Prep and RBC, those are probably the two craziest student sections I've seen this year.
And Ashton, I see you commenting you were in my top 15, just so you know.
Yeah, you can't even count Plainfields as a student section. That's just the whole town.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the whole city out
Nah, that's
there.
not a student section. That's
That's-
Yeah, nah,
That's
the whole-
an
that's the whole
alumni.
city.
I'm
That's a
just
city
saying.
section.
Watch when Bergen Catholic has an actual important game that they need their fans there for. You're gonna see everybody. I'm telling you that.
All right, I got to see it.
They
too.
know they know they're gonna win every game. That's why they're not out.
Yeah, they sleep.
They're dead sleep on purpose. They know they're gonna win the games. So
All right, so let's
Yo, you know who
wait,
used to
so
have a crazy
so
student
everybody
section?
agree? Oh,
about
Hudson.
student section.
Hudson had a crazy student section.
Yeah, the only student sections I can really like vouch for is like GMC teams, but honestly, my God, yeah.
I don't know how much I could vouch for that Hudson student section because
Man, you ain't
They
see
had
that
some
video
great
that
players.
RMT Media posted that one time of
Oh,
Richie
no, no,
Rosa
no, no,
on
no,
the
no.
baseline.
That's
bro.
what-
I thought you was
that's what I
about
was
to.
about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say because it's like I don't know. This is their first time without a ranked player, and it's really nobody there. That's what I was about to get at. Like it seemed like they need a ranked player over there, or somebody really popping for them to all be out. I don't know.
I'll give credit to I saw Teaneck a couple times this year, and they had a really strong student section. I'm not talking about the whole town like Plainfield got, but they have the school has like 100, 200 kids show up to those games. So
No, that's
good for
bad.
them for following the team like that, because I saw they had a couple scenes in that gym where they won and the student section was going crazy.
I said for Tina, that's their student section every year though, and I think you could agree on that though. both
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah,
That's every year.
definitely. And I want to take a second while we're here and give props to June because Michael Taylor Jr. was a bucket this year and is a bucket. They're still alive in the state playoffs, of course. I don't know if everybody got a chance to see him play this year, but man, he was
I did.
He was
I
Can we
think I
different.
talk about
still
that
got his
bracket
most.
though?
What happened?
Can we talk about that bracket?
Yeah, let's.
I was wait. Before we talk about that bracket, who's your Group 4 ultimate winners? And I'll say mine first. I'll say Linda.
You
Oh,
got
you
Linda.
you already see what I got
That
on.
was quick.
You already see what I got on. Listen, you already see what I got on.
That was
Them
quick.
Tigers, baby. I got the Tigers coming out.
I got.
I just feel Plainfield versus it's gonna be Plainfield and Linden at the end. But I'm gonna go with the Tigers, man.
I think it's gonna
Yeah,
be.
and I know,
Plainfield
and,
and
I
yeah,
pick my side. I'm staying there.
Linden.
yeah, and I know Micah gonna text me after talking
Oh, yeah,
about
he's
you
gonna
on
get-
some bullshit. You on some bullshit, but it's just like, let's be honest. If Linden lose, it's their game to lose every time. So it's just like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be honest,
Micah
bro.
coming after me too, man. Micah,
I have a
no,
hard
I love
time.
you, man. I
I'm
love you,
having
man.
a hard
but-
time picking that game because, like, I kind of want to pick Plainfield, but the way that counties ended for Linden, and I really respect that team. I just, I have a hard time imagining that they don't play their best basketball in the state playoffs. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say best basketball. You know what? I can't talk about it too much. We're online, but all I just know is there's a man over there at Plainfield. Every time he lose, he snaps back harder every time. So
that's a fact. That's what there is a hard team to pick against. But I think that either way,
but I don't know the
winner
pain
of
that Linden
bracket-
felt Thursday. The pain that Linden felt Thursday. I think they're gonna remember that also. So
the winner of that bracket is likely to lose to Hackensack at Rutgers University.
they're not even beating
Hackensack
Eastside.
not going nowhere.
They're not
Oh my
even beating
God.
Eastside.
Yo, they like a number 2 seed on that side of the bracket.
They are the
too.
2 seed. They are the
Oh my
2
Because they
seed.
play,
God.
they just
Put
they
some
play
respect
people
on
for
it.
their power
Two
points.
seed.
Nah,
They
put some
play people
respect
for
on
their
it.
power points.
Nah,
play
they don't
people
dog
for,
smoke. They don't dog smoke.
They play people for the perfect power points. That's what they do.
Yo, they played.
Who did Hackensack play this
I
year?
seen them play Elizabeth, and
They played Elizabeth. They played Newark Tech. They played
Lost to
Ridgewood.
Newark Tech, Group 1 school.
Ridgewood, Ramapo. They played Bergen Catholic. They played DePaul. They beat DePaul. They played Northern Highlands twice. They split.
Group 3 school.
They played Dwight Englewood and won both times.
Now public A school, but they
Yeah.
ain't nobodies. No disrespect to the way.
Hey, they only lost to Mary's by 2 couple games ago.
Shit, what
I think
happened at
that side of the
SDU though?
bracket is a free for all. Anybody can win that side. I don't know who's gonna win. Anybody can
It's
win that
either
side.
it's between East Orange, Patterson, Eastside, and Hackensack and Montclair.
So that's the 4. You said Patterson,
That's-
Eastside,
That's your 4
Montclair.
there.
EO.
I don't see who else will
I
win
seen,
that. So.
I seen a lot of EO games. You know, a lot of tough losses, but
Everybody
They're more-
said they're
they're
just
more
not a
than
fan of EL. Nobody's saying they're a fan of EL this year. So
I went to a couple EO games this year, man.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
I like the
they're,
backcourt
they're a
though. I
tough
like
team.
James.
They're great.
I
Yeah,
like
they're
Eli.
gritty, man.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
yes.
gritty.
Oh yeah, the general.
Yeah.
Elijah, the General Caldwell, man.
Yep.
He definitely gets it done, and you already know James gonna do his thing, man. And they are a really well coached team, man. It's just I don't know. Some games somehow they beat themselves, man. The Benedict's game I went to, I felt like they beat themselves in that game. And
I don't know. Everybody keeps saying they beat themselves against better, so I don't know what's going on.
I like to add, like we gotta
Yeah.
give I like to add, we gotta give a huge shout out to Shabazz. I think they
I
had a
was at that
great,
game.
yeah, I think they had a
Shabazz
great,
EO
yeah.
game.
yeah, I think
That was
that
a good
they had a
game.
great season.
one
this
time for
year.
Shabazz.
Yeah,
One time for Shabazz.
Yeah, they unfortunately ran into Seton Hall, so
Very unfortunate. But I mean, this is another point, man. And I was talking to somebody else in the media, man. How important do you think it is to, if you are a coach and you are a program, when it comes that time of the year to put your schedule together, how important is it to sprinkle some of those hard games in just to give yourself, some dose of reality?
Beyond important. To me, it's
Very
like
Super
important.
important.
you
Very
need to be battle tested, because if
Yes.
you're not battle tested the first time you hit adversity in the playoffs, your team is not going to know how to respond. Like it's one thing to run a 32-minute fast break against a cupcake schedule and then
Yep.
hit a good team, and then all of a sudden we're playing full court pressure all game. We're getting dog shit out of breath just to get open.
Mhm.
And that's a whole different sport than when you're playing open floor basketball.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
think it's super important to schedule some of those games along the way.
And
Yeah,
even
I think the thing about Shabazz, man, that got me is I think they still had the ability to schedule some games. I know a lot of coaches do this sometimes when the team gets the season started, they're winning games, so forth and so on. They kind of use some of those empty slots to schedule some exhibitions. I think Shabazz should have took that opportunity.
it would have probably
I
helped them
mean,
figure out how to score in certain ways, especially in that Hall prep game. It was like
uh,
got a little stagnant.
I just want to bring up real quick because we just had Piscataway on the docket. Who do we got coming out of that bracket? Excuse me, not Piscataway, Shabazz. Who do we got coming out of that
Nortec,
between?
That's a good bracket. That's a
So,
good bracket.
we got
I got
Shabazz,
Arts. I got Arts. out of there.
Nortec,
Arts.
Nortec,
Newark Tech.
Tires.
What do you call them?
Hold on,
Go Bulldogs.
which group is that?
That's
Group one,
one.
section 2.
Group one.
Group
one.
one, section 2.
Oh, where Arts.
Yeah.
Group 1, section 2. So Shabazz, Arts, and what's her name? And Nortec.
Newark Tech. So Shabazz and Newark Tech would play in the semis. That would be a good semifinal matchup. And Arts would end up against Glen Ridge if the top seeds all made it through.
Listen, man.
I got
And I'm
Nortec.
gonna say this respectfully.
Nortec.
I have a lot of love. For the Jaguars of Arts, man.
I got
And
Arts. Yeah, like
I
Arts.
really feel like from the first time I've seen really got in tune with Arts, right? It was very unfortunate they ran into Camden at the last second and ran into Billy from Kentucky. Or where is he at now? Arkansas, wherever he's at now.
Arkansas.
Yeah. It was just very
Basically
unfortunate they
Kentucky.
ran into Billy. However, like Arts has the talent, man. I just don't understand what happens to them every time when it comes to getting over the hump in certain games. Like for example, that Shabazz game.
I wish I could talk about this
that they lost.
conversation.
You wish you could. This is why we need Mari. in
Yo,
here, man. Mari
Cozy
goes
Well,
to
Corey,
every
we were
game.
at that Shabazz game. and
Cozy is signing
Yeah.
9 NDAs left and
Yo,
right. He is
Cozy's
not allowed
signing
to
mad
talk on none of
NDAs.
this.
Huh?
Cozy signing mad NDAs. He can't
Mad
talk on it.
NDAs.
Nah,
Well,
I just
Corey,
can't talk
we were-
about it because there's some corny stuff behind that.
Okay.
Somebody
we
felt some
were
type
at that
of way because I told them about themselves from that team. So
In Group 1, though, I will say this. When you look at the teams in that group, a lot of Newark teams have a amazing ability to turn a basketball game into a football
on mute?
game. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Newark teams have an amazing ability to turn a basketball game into a football game. And with that being said, Arts kind of thrives in that environment. I got to be honest with you. It's nothing against their players, nothing against their coaching style, but I hate to watch them because those
Really?
games are always
Really?
the ugliest basketball games. It's always like because of the way they play.
Wow.
They play with so much effort defensively. They're the
oh,
pace
so
is-
wait, so in simpler words, you're trying to say that they're hacks, correct?
yeah, kind
Or
of like
not?
that, but
Oh,
it's not-
okay.
they're-
Oh, you said it for me. You said it for me. That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say.
So-
That's all I'm gonna say.
They
Wow.
play a
You said it for me.
ridiculously physical style, and it's an interesting brand of basketball that I personally don't enjoy watching because you're never really going to see anybody against Arts get into a rhythm, and no one on Arts does either. So I mean,
Wait. You said nobody in Arts has the ability to get into a rhythm?
It
I
can
can
happen,
argue
but
that.
you see a lot of games with Arts where they end up in the 40s scoring, in the 50s scoring. You're not going to see them really get it to the 70s, 80s like some of these other teams.
Okay, I can partly agree with that. Yeah, I've been to enough Arts games this year that I can agree with that. I feel like a lot of Arts problems has to do with substitutions. That's definitely a big one.
So
go
I
ahead.
don't want to cut you off, but that's a big topic I have heard so often connected to Linden. And I want to talk on that real quick if you guys don't mind. People have brought up this. I don't know how many different times and how many different people have brought up to me the way Mike Rice substitutes for Linden. He is very quick to substitute. I worked for him as a student manager for a couple of years at Rutgers, so I know the way he is. He has a certain standard when it comes to playing defense, so he's not he needs you playing to the extent that you're going to get yourself dog shit tired in a couple minutes, and if you're not playing that hard, he's benching you for not playing that hard. And if you do get dog shit tired, you can't be out there for too long like that. So I know that's the way he coaches, and he's quick to substitute. A lot of people don't like it because it stops you from getting into an offensive rhythm, which I see that side of it. How do you guys feel about it?
Well, first and foremost, looking in the chat here, I am definitely going to agree with Carl Holman 1896, who said Lemondon could have beaten Morris Catholic if they didn't do the subs at the end. Absolutely.
It's hard to
Absolutely
say.
agree with that statement. I was at that game and I felt substitutions is what lost them that game. Another game where substitutions was a big factor. Believe it or not, Plainfield versus Linden won. Jaden Holman was on fire. He was cooking from downtown, and even Sante was cooking, and they both got benched at a very terrible time. So yes, substitutions, Mike Rice, some form of problematic this year. Definitely have to agree.
I do think they're deep this year. So he's never had this problem. Last year it was kind of like go out there and play. I'm not even going to substitute. This year he's still trying to find the perfect formula for his team that's going to be effective when the playoffs start. And to be honest, the guys that he's subbing in, it's not like they're scrubs or anything. Like they all can play. So it's kind of like, right. So there shouldn't be any drop off if he has to sub out a Jared.
I don't think
sub out a Holman. If he has to sub out a Sante, because everybody 1 through 5. If you want to say they're the best 1 through 5 team, I think they are 1 through 5 or 8, 9. You know, they have like 9 guys that all can play. Bazier Belvin. You know, a couple of guys that come off the bench that do a good job when they come in the game.
Joe, I think the thing that I'd bring up, though, is that I don't think people are really so much criticizing the fact that he plays those guys, but it's more so the timing of the substitutions, how often they happen, the fact that he only lets guys play for 2-minute stretches, 3-minute stretches sometimes, and the fact that they happen late in games.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Linden's substitution, like y'all said, like, it could be problematic, but at the same time, like we also got to consider the fact that, you know, Mike Rice, like you said, Sean, coached in college, you know, like the roster that he has is full of college players. I just think that ultimately, like, he's just trying to prepare his guys for the next level. And I mean, some of the things that the players do make mistakes on, like, I get it sometimes, like, you kind of want to, you know, play through those mistakes and, you know, get the best out of your players. But at the same time, like you said, Sean, there's a standard. And if that standard isn't met from, like, a coach's perspective, like, are we going to let the kids just play through that and just let them think it's okay? So that's kind of like my perspective on it.
It's an interesting topic. I definitely understand both sides of it. I think personally I stand somewhere in the middle. I probably wouldn't be quite as quick to substitute as he is, but I do understand where he's coming from, and I'm definitely a defense first guy from a coaching standpoint. So I understand it, but I do understand the other side of it, and I do understand the gripes people have with it.
Yeah, but sometimes that's just that momentum, man. Like even that Union versus Union Catholic, Dang comes down with the tip back slam, gets the outlet pass for another slam. Like crowds rocking, everybody's behind him. Sub, Dang. Why?
He's sub happy. I don't know. Maybe he's just sub happy.
All right, guys. Why don't we move over to let's talk about North 3 for a minute.
Isn't that bracket?
So we got Section 2, Group 3 is Colonia. Colonia is the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And
I'm not gonna lie, Millburn in that bracket, they may be a sleeper. Not gonna lie. They got a kid named Chase Redler. I was able to see him this past summer, not really this year during the season. He's really good.
That is Mendham?
No. What's the school?
Oh, Millburn.
Yeah, Millburn. Yeah, Millburn.
Millburn is the 3 seed in that bracket. So that's interesting. That's something to look out for. What was his name?
Chase
Which bracket
Redler?
is it?
North 2, Group 3.
Word.
I don't think I'm saying his name wrong.
Chase
Chase
Block-
Redler. No, number 2, Chase Redler. He's a
Redler.
junior. Yeah, he's a junior, number 2.
Oh, understood. Got you. Oh wow, he had 500 points this year.
Yeah, I think he's very good.
Season. Wow.
I respect anybody that hits 500. I don't care what
Yeah.
group you're in. I don't care who you played against. 500 is 500.
They got another kid that hit 512, Chase Plotkin, senior. They got 2 500 scores.
Yeah,
500 scores.
that's a team I wouldn't really want to run into either. I've seen some film, haven't been to any games, but they're dangerous.
So they're
So
the
who you got
3
coming out the
seed.
bracket?
They have Chatham on the same side of the bracket there. I have not seen Chatham play. I meant to see them a couple times, but it just never happened for scheduling purposes. They ended up 21-5.
I watched them play UC this year. We were talking about student sections. They had a solid student section at that game, and it kind of took more a little bit of like the first half to kind of get going. Eventually they pulled away late in that game, but they had a good atmosphere, and I think they're solid. They play good team ball. I think Chatham it's going to be a solid team. I don't know what was the final score against Morris Catholic over the weekend, but I know that it was close throughout the game.
Who they play?
They played
Right.
Morris Catholic in
That
finals.
was the Morris
County,
County
yeah.
tournament, and
They lost by
Morris
10.
Catholic beat them by 10.
Yeah. So
And then on the top side of that bracket, Colonia, it looks like would be running into, if the top seeds were to advance, Warren Hills in the semifinals.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Colonia and South Plainfield. Honestly,
Mhm.
South Plainfield.
I've seen
That's my
South
guess.
Plainfield play this year as well. Another solid team, and they
Wow.
knocked off Colonia this year, the first time in like 40 years.
Wow.
That game was, and they're the only team to beat St. Joe's Metuchen as well.
Why? So
That
they're,
game's an outlier, though. That game's an outlier.
they're
I
16.
don't know. I can't say that.
Like I've
The
seen.
game shouldn't have been close enough to where they even had a chance to win, to be honest. And for them to keep it that close and give themselves a chance at the end, that's all you can
You
really
gotta-
ask for
yeah.
sometimes out of a team. Just keep it close, and we'll see where we're at the end. And
you
and
got to
they
give them
ended up-
credit for keeping the game that close.
Yeah.
and
Right,
winning.
exactly.
Definitely.
And they beat them. So
And they played a
You
couple
know.
close games with Colonia. They beat Colonia
the first time,
the first time. They lost a close one the second time. So you
yeah.
got to give them credit for that.
But you know who's a team I would honestly compare South Plainfield to?
Who?
To Scotch Plains. From a sense of knowing how to use the clock and then try to keep low scoring on
Yeah.
teams. Because
Mhm.
honestly, like, you look at Scotch Plains, like when they faced Linden, it was 39-30, but when they faced RC, it was damn near 70 something to like 60, and they came back in that second half. I was there for that game. They damn near almost scored 40 points in the second quarter. In the second half. So it's like it's weird. Like they pick and choose when to like go off of certain games, but then again, like since we don't have a shot clock, they utilize that so well. They can hold the ball for like a minute in certain possessions, honestly.
All right. So that is section 2, group 3. Who would you guys have coming out of that? Hoop Diaries, I know you feel like
For
you like
section
South
2,
Plainfield there. Would you like them to come out of that bracket?
I think Colonia is going to come out that
Colonia
bracket.
would.
I got Colonia or Milburn.
I specifically say that just because of Jace. I think that's honestly going to be the separation. And
Mhm.
like we mentioned in the beginning with their freshman, the center, like from how I seen him, like those first couple games of the season, all the way into the end, all the way till now, like he's molded into a good center, enough for them to get like certain possessions and stuff. Because there was like little stuff in the beginning with like layups and everything, but he's definitely gotten better to like fit that realm of the team. And like I said about their other guards too, that one junior and stuff. So
Yeah, Holloway.
I honestly think that's going to be the separation.
Yeah, depending on how far Milburn gets, I definitely got to check out this Chase kid. I'll be honest with you, I haven't
Yeah,
seen him
Chase-
all season.
yeah.
But
I
I
ain't gonna
definitely
lie,
got to check
Chase is
him out.
nice. He's nice.
I mean, you speak highly of him.
And that's okay, man. I think there's 300 something basketball teams in the state. We can go to a game 7 nights a week. You're not going to see every single one of them. So
Yeah.
Right.
it's perfectly okay to not know everybody. But I'm glad that between all of us, chances are somebody's seen you.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing too. Like we were talking about that earlier about Jersey. Like it's such a blessing that the state is condensed enough that we could
Right.
go to so many games and be 10 minutes away from a number one team versus a 15th ranked team or whatsoever. Um, yeah, I only thing I don't like about Jersey as much is like the competition level from of south to north. Cause like say for example, last year with Montgomery and Lenape, Montgomery blew them out. I'm like, damn, you would expect you get to a Group 4 semifinal, a somewhat close game in some which way.
So we're talking about South. There's a comment about the kid who dropped 50 from Atlantic City, Thompson, right?
Yeah, he's fucking
Yeah.
tough. I was just looking at his
I
highlights like
watched a
yesterday.
bunch of his highlights. I saw the Hard Rock was about to comp me. I wanted to go down there and go see him play, to be honest, because
You know what's funny too? Like you can't even. I actually tried to search up their county their county like tournament schedule and stuff. It wasn't even like on the main bracket when you search it up on NJS on NewJersey.com.
oh
and shit.
really?
Yeah, it wasn't because they're Cape Atlantic or something like that,
Okay.
from what I believe.
They probably don't
But-
have enough teams in the one county, so they do like a multiple county tournament. If I had to guess.
Yeah, and he's like on his team. It's like I think that final score, that semifinal game where he dropped 50, and the box score was crazy. He had like 50, and everybody else was like 4, 3, 5, 6, and shit.
50 is 50 though.
Yeah, 50 is 50 though. Okay, I
50 is
can't even
crazy.
Yeah,
can't take that away from
50 is
nobody.
50 is 50.
He's a
All right,
sophomore too. I thought he was a freshman.
Yeah, as a sophomore, it's crazy. I want to see. I want to make a point to see him next year.
Facts.
Moving to Section 1, Group 3. Not a. I feel like the guys in this chat may have not seen a whole lot of this bracket. We got Tenafly as the 1 seed.
Yeah,
Teaneck
that's
is
out my
the
way.
2. Tenafly, their best player, got hurt in the Bergen County Jamboree. Aiden Goldschneider, he scores 25 a game. He popped his shoulder out in the first play of the semifinals. That was tough to see. I thought they would have had a decent chance against St. Mary, but they have some decent players. They should be able to still, in this bracket, I think they should be able to compete with anybody.
Yeah, the only team I saw in this bracket was Rampo when they played in that
Same. I've seen that.
showcase in Patterson. And they ended up losing in the final seconds. I forgot who they were playing, but that was the only team I got to watch.
Oh,
Yo,
they were
I'm-
playing.
Time I got to watch.
I love how
Damn.
somebody commented
Who are
if,
they playing?
if Cozy ain't back in the next 60 seconds, end the live, and Cozy
Yo,
got
I
right
ain't gonna
back.
lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was watching the comments while I was out. Y'all gotta
Ramapo's a
chill,
sleeper
bro.
too.
Yo, the comment section is crazy,
Yo,
bro. But
nah, these fake accounts gotta chill. What
Who did
was
they
said
play when they
yesterday
were
at
at
the
Patterson?
Union
I'm trying
County
to
Live?
remember.
Jesus Christ.
I already knew what
Damn.
to expect because these same dudes was in the live for when Hooper Crew did this last year. So I already know what it is. I know what time it is.
They said
Um,
get Cozy back on or we leave. I miss Cozy Boo. Where is Cozy? Yo, y'all gotta chill.
I'm crying.
you see the recent one, Cozy?
Yeah, they said no, Cozy is back.
So anyway, I like Teaneck in that bracket. I think I do like Northern Highlands. I do like Ramapo, his teams, his programs.
Hey, Cozy,
But-
who did Ramapo play in the showcase that you was on the flyer for?
Are you talking about
What?
the
They
How
played
did he
North
have
Tech.
Oh, yeah, they played-
North.
Yeah, they came back on Ramapo
Tech.
when they was ranked. They came back on Ramapo when they was a top 20 team. I know
That's
what you're
right.
talking about.
That's right.
Yeah, Newark
can't-
Tech beat them. That was a pretty good game.
And somehow they didn't get a ring, man. It makes no sense.
Well, as the year went on, it looked like Ramapo probably wasn't as good as expect it. So I guess maybe that win wasn't weighed so high.
So what? Y'all on group 3?
We're on
Because I
group
heard
3.
10 and
We're
5.
just about done with group 3. You have 10 and 5 even with Gold Snyder out.
I got T-Nut.
Yeah,
I got T-Neck as well.
I got T-Neck coming out of that bracket. So that would be T-Neck against potentially Colonia. That would be an interesting.
Or Coach Neck, if Coldness is the same.
I don't
Could
think
Coach
Cold
Neck-
Neck is in that bracket.
No,
We just
remember,
went
Coach Neck
through-
won the whole thing. for
No,
group
but that's
four.
South, right? We're talking about the two North brackets. Colts Neck is South, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So let's go on to group 2. I don't even know. Also on North 2, Newark Collegiate is the 1 seed for group 2. They got Madison on the same side of the bracket as them. That would be a good game. I saw both of those teams play. I think that would be a good game.
Yeah, Madison's a sleeper.
Yeah, Madison's a good team. Gavin Randall is a bucket.
Yeah, he's a bucket, bro.
If it's between those two, I got Newark Collegiate.
Newark Collegiate's tough, so that would be a good one.
I went to one of their games. I'll take Newark Collegiate before Madison.
Yeah, I haven't seen any other team in this bracket other than Madison. So,
but I don't know.
I've
Somebody
seen
got to play the
Lyndhurst.
almighty Madden squad at the end of the day. So
Right. Which I know to start the year, they were having a rough season in the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. But they're a very well coached team, great program. They started figuring it out as the year went on.
or what? Oh yeah, Camden's still there, but Lord knows what Camden got going on.
Yeah, Camden's an interesting case. So that's really it for the North brackets. I guess if you guys want to go through, I have not seen too many of the teams in the Central brackets, but if you guys want to touch on that, so Group 4, we talked about it a little bit, but not so much in depth. So we got we got Hillsborough as the 1 seed. You got Franklin in that bracket, Edison, Montgomery, Sayreville.
Oh, too
Marlboro.
easy. Why Leroy on your ass? He said, "I will find you, Angel."
Man, I don't even know.
That might be a Piscataway fan.
I probably got Montgomery coming out of that bracket, honestly. I haven't
So,
seen Hillsborough play this
Montgomery
year.
goes back.
Nah,
Yeah.
somebody in the
Headed back to
comments
the States.
wilding.
They
Wait, can I put my camera?
they all been wilding, bro. You gotta just ignore it because they trying to get you.
They said too easy. Government has said, should we look up Perth Amboy, see what pops up?
But yeah, I'm honestly not that
I'm
familiar
cool.
with that bracket,
cool.
but I would pick Montgomery honestly just out of probably just ignorance. that's the team I'm familiar with, and I know Ethan can really go. Like we were talking about, I forget his name, number 15 on that team. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Hillsborough gave them a run for their money in the first half. I think last time they played. So I mean, that may be an opponent that may.
Has anybody seen Trenton this year?
I've seen them,
No, I haven't seen them.
but they
Nah,
lost.
to
I
be
know.
honest, I really haven't heard from Trent besides that little Trent matchup they had in the beginning of the year.
Trent been quiet the last couple of years.
What
You
about
can't say
Sarah?
Trent been quiet. Just Dwight Charter's a part of Trent. Or you just talking about Trent? in
Yeah,
high school?
but people don't respect they play Group 1 though, and they're like a choice school.
Hey, God forbid they don't got no money for the Catholic school no more. I don't know. Man. I don't know what you want a school to do if they don't got money. If y'all not helping them,
Wait, which school you talking about?
Thrive Charter that was trained Catholic.
And with the code switching comment, I see you. You don't know where I grew up. Don't do that. We're moving on to Group 3
God forbid that had double doubles.
in Central Jersey. I don't know
Yeah, we can
these
move on
teams
to
very
the
well.
next
So
one.
yeah, nobody really knows these guys too well.
Where?
Nah,
Which
What
one?
group?
Group 3? Central Group 3?
Central
I seen some
Group
some
3.
highlights with Lawrence, but I haven't
Hold on.
been. to anybody
Lawrence
else.
got the one sophomore. He is nice.
Yeah.
I went to one game.
And this is where Colts Neck is. Cozy, you mentioned them before.
They're the 9th seed.
9th seed in this bracket.
Yeah, I have no comment with that bracket.
So we could jump to Group 2. You're going to have Wall Township. So Wall,
Shout out to Wall.
they are 19-2. They lost to Colonia. They lost to Red Bank Catholic. Those are 2 respectable losses. And they didn't lose other than that. They beat Manasquan in the Shore Conference tournament.
Yeah, this is a weak bracket too.
Wall and Manasquan will probably they're going to play in the semis, I'd imagine.
Rumson started off the season hot, and they're a 7th seed.
Anyone see
And then they
McCutcheon play?
Yeah.
Metuchen got blasted by St. Joe's. They
Okay.
only scored like 30 points. And I mean, their record though is like 23-4, but they're in the bottom conference of GMC.
Mhm.
So they face like Isling Kennedy and all these other teams that really aren't that. So I mean,
And then looking at Group 1, Thrive Charter is the 1 seed for Central.
Yeah, they probably gonna win that easily.
And
Yeah.
they typically
They're gonna run through that.
they've grown into a team that's just going to run through that, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably Bound Brooks should win their game against Henry Hudson.
What I would say though, for a Group 1 school, Thrive did play a lot of good schools this year. So
Yeah, they definitely got a tougher schedule this year. I definitely agree on that too.
Yeah,
Coach
to
was
look at
mentioning
their
that.
schedule real quick, they played Linden, Payne Tech, Atlantic City, Newark Collegiate, Holy
They play
Cross
RC too.
Prep, RC, Manasquan, Holy Cross Prep again, Gil St. Bernard's. They played a really tough schedule.
they didn't duck smoke this year.
But
Yeah, they didn't duck smoke.
but
at
you
all.
know what's crazy though? They they beat Lawrenceville, which is a prep school, right? If I'm
Yeah. Lawrenceville Prep.
Who there?
and Lawrence Thrive Charter. Now I don't remember if Lawrenceville was undefeated at the time or not. Still.
I don't know too much about Lawrenceville, but I think they got like first round exited in their states. So,
They had a
They got 2 really good players. One of them actually transferred from
Coke
I'm
College.
curious
Johnson.
what
Was
happened
it Mark
to
Johnson?
them in their
Yeah.
season. Oh, so what happened was then they started to play all the New Jersey prep teams. That's when they started losing. Earlier in the year, they were playing a lot of out-of-state teams. They were 11-0 at one point, and then they lost. It looks like 10 games in a row.
God damn.
Once they started playing all the New Jersey preps.
Um,
And I wouldn't sleep on the prep schools either. Wouldn't sleep on
I
the
would
prep schools.
I would say Lawrenceville is a mid prep team this year because I saw Marisburg when they played Deron Ripley and them, and they're no type of shape of good, and they barely got out of there with that win. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm looking at these scores of the teams they played. It's like, yeah, lost to Petty by 10. Yeah, barely got out of Pingaree. Yeah, see, they might even be a low tier prep team.
Speaking of prep, we're pretty much done with the state brackets. Tuesday, though, we got the prep open final between Blair and Patrick School.
Oh, Patrick, my bad.
Where's that at?
That's at
It's gonna be
Blair,
at Blair.
Is that Blair?
which I gotta see how it pans
Yo,
out.
wait, hold on. Before you say what you guys say, yo, whoever is Turkish, bro, talking about I'm some kitchen beats. I promise I'll pick up your girlfriend. Don't play with me, man. Chill out. Chill out. Keep spamming my
Man.
name in the comments.
So, yeah, Blair got Patrick on Tuesday. We saw that one at Iverson. It came down to the final possession. So,
Literally.
But it was
That,
mostly Blair's game until
oh,
Not really. Yes
Not
and
really?
no. Yes and no.
wait, what was that comment?
TPS could have won that
He
game.
said it
I
was
said
mostly
it was
Blair's
mostly
game that
Blair's.
game.
Well, they had control of it, but towards the end, Hillsman was kind of like
killing.
the fourth quarter, he kind of looked. He had a stretch where he looked like the best player on the floor, and he was able to turn it into a 1-possession game. So, mad props to them. I'm not going to say he can't do that again, but I do know that Blair
And Dior and Jada had a quiet game too.
I will say this
And
about
Kyle.
Blair, though. They have a habit from what I've seen from them. It seems like they can kind of get bored sometimes because they're so damn talented. They kind of go through the motions a little bit. And when it comes to this time and playoff time, they turn it up a notch. So I wouldn't really be too surprised if they kind of blow that one out a little bit. But can't count Patrick School out.
I'm about to say you can't count the Patrick School out, but
Nah.
to your point, Sean. Yeah, Blair can get different when they really want to be.
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
that game they played at the Metro Classic when they were playing that team from Canada. That
They're-
was just like
Their number
was-
3 option is a 6'10" Texas commit. So I mean,
Yeah, it's hard to stop that.
when that's your number 3 option, that's crazy. And he's 6'10" and can shoot from anywhere. So I mean,
I couldn't agree on your take though. I think Blair got bored this year.
you agree with
for
that?
real? You agree with that, Coach?
Yeah, this is my 3rd year recovering them. I think they got bored. It
I-
got too
Hunt-
easy, fam.
Hunt
you
gave him a
see
run,
how
though.
deep. You see how deep the coach be going into his bench, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They're bored.
He be trying to come up with things to keep them entertained. They're too damn good. Like they're gonna have probably 8 or 9 kids on that team are gonna play Division I basketball. Like they're incredibly good. Like they're bench players that barely touch the court playing D3. So
To be honest, at the Metro, they should have played Spire instead of Linden playing Spire. To be honest, I think that would have been the game of the weekend. To be honest,
Nah, politics though. It would have
Right.
for whatever reason, that wasn't gonna happen.
higher up politics to stop that game from happening.
Wait, which game?
Fire versus
Spire
Blair.
would've- Yep.
Oh, okay.
I would have loved to see.
And also, I think you can't play. A lot of teams can't play Blair because they're actual prep.
Right. I don't know all the particulars behind that, but I know that's true. They can't necessarily just play anybody. It would be interesting to see them play some more high school competition because the reason they can't is because they're a prep school, but I don't know how many of those guys on that team are like 5th-year prep players. Like
Their second option
Yeah.
is definitely a 5th-year player, James Chapman.
that's Chapman. He's a 5th-year prep guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did some research one night and I found it out.
He is unbelievable.
Yeah, he is. What about number 3? Is he a 5th year?
Who's 3?
Is his last name like Gore? Or am I wrong?
Isaiah Carroll.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
He's
Carroll.
from California.
Carroll. He's a good player too.
He's from California, so I don't know his background story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only know one player on Blair because I saw him play in like 7th grade, and I realized he was on Blair at the Iverson Classic. So
Carroll is going to UPenn
UPenn
with
He's a UPenn commit.
with Ethan Lynn.
right? That's interesting.
Too easy. They said they didn't hear you talking well. They miss your voice.
So, all right, y'all. Any other topics y'all wanted to hit before we wrap it up?
I just want to add Blake Hargrove is one of the most underrated guards in class of 2027. Goes to the Hunt School, straight dog. I ain't gonna lie, I would never bet
Blake
against that man.
Hargrove.
Yeah, Blake Hargrove. That's a name that we all gotta get
Hunt.
familiar with. Yeah, quick.
He's at Hunt School.
Yep,
So
that's a
I
bad
don't
man right there.
think that I've seen Hunt play this year. I'm definitely not too familiar with him. Looks like he averaged about 20 a game playing a prep schedule. So I mean,
Playing with Team Final this year.
okay,
Yeah, he gonna be.
I got to get familiar. What kind of game does he have? Is he a scoring guard or?
Yeah, scoring combo guard. Does a little bit of everything. Yeah, you just gotta see him play. It's just, yeah, he's really good.
Yo. Nah, I'm reading these troll accounts.
know.
Nah, these are definitely kids that we talk to on a daily basis.
100%. It's all burner accounts for the people you run into. I'm sure.
yeah, he burner accounts are crazy.
Wait, I have a question, right? So like, we were all here, like all aware of like the Briscoe era, right? We're all
Yeah,
aware of
nah,
that.
Yeah, I wasn't
Nah, I
paying
was 10
attention.
years
I was in
old.
high school.
No,
I
I was
wasn't
dead
paying
10 years
attention at
old.
the time, but I've looked back into it.
I was about to say, like,
No, I was
do we
dead
think
10 years old, bro.
do we think that Michael Gordon got like the same effect in Jersey as Isaiah Briscoe?
I don't think.
From everybody else's opinion, they said no. And it's okay.
Yeah, I
Look.
was gonna say no. I
What was the
don't.
question?
If Micah essentially has like a similar buzz to how Briscoe had, Justin Delaney would be the one to ask that question.
I mean,
I
that's
can't
That's where my
comment.
answer is
that's
coming from. He said no.
That's really
Yeah.
that's
Because,
really
like,
tough.
If-
That's
if-
really tough.
If Justin says no, I'm gonna say no because he's the one that would know for real.
Yeah, that's really tough because you got to understand, like that Roselle team. The Roselle team was crazy.
Those years of Roselle was
and
nuts.
Yeah, was nuts, like bananas. I'm talking about like it was on a scale of like a Chino Hills or like
Yeah.
somewhere under that umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really put a there because even the team that Roselle was playing, like yeah, they were still doing their thing, but like their out of state games were crazy.
We're crazy, yeah.
To go from Briscoe to Nas that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, both made it to the league.
Good times, good times.
Pretty wild. Anybody else got a player they want to shout out? Someone we didn't bring up, but it's like, damn, it wouldn't be right if we got out of this chat without bringing the attention to this kid and the year he had.
Hey, what we say, Joe? Next chapter, Will Brunson.
Yeah, next chapter.
Next chapter, Micah Gordon.
Oh
yeah,
sure.
definitely next chapter, Micah Gordon, man.
For sure.
Next chapter, Micah Gordon. Next chapter, Will Brunson.
Y'all crazy. We gotta
Next
chill.
chapter. Next chapter.
We gotta
Next
chill,
chapter.
man.
That next chapter or off the dribble, which one y'all think is better? That's the real question.
Mm.
I watch more off the dribble, more the next chapter. But I still fuck with both.
I mean, it's going to be a great state. I suggest everybody cherish the moment. Just because basketball for Jersey in general is going to look real different next year.
Yeah.
It always does. It
Yeah.
looks a lot different this year than it looked last year. But you know
But it's
what?
really going to look different next year.
I don't like how people be saying like Jersey basketball this year was gonna be down. I didn't like that.
You know,
Who said
I didn't
that?
like that. I didn't like that. I feel like a lot of people thought like, well, like a lot of people leaving Jersey, like this year was gonna be down.
so I think that I started to let myself feel that way a little bit. And you know what?
Yo, nah.
Really?
Yeah, I definitely started to let myself feel like we might be missing the star power a little bit. But when the year started, I was immediately like, nah, we back. Because you got to I lost sight of it for a second, but you got to remember there's always kids in the state working their ass off, getting ready to be the next one to step up and get their opportunity to shine. And there's plenty of kids doing it right now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I can't say I felt that way. I mean, yeah, losing Aiden was something. Yeah, losing Jalen Grant was something. Of course, we had a couple graduates.
we lost
Congratulations to
Makai
them.
White, which I was
Yeah, we lost. Losing Makai was definitely a gut punch.
I was definitely looking forward to watching him play in Jersey for a little bit. So and we lost Jacob Canton. We lost a good amount of guys.
Jaden Hodge, Aiden Durkak.
Yes, Hodge also.
I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If Aiden Durkak would have played for Kelowna this year, St. Joe's would have gotten off that easy. St. Joe's would have gotten off that easy.
Definitely not.
That was the push that they needed right there.
Yeah.
Aiden Durkak still being around.
All right, fellas.
I still feel it was a lot of great transfers and still a lot of great names that were
Wait,
left.
so who's everybody Gatorade Player of the Year? Because it don't matter
This year?
who's where.
Look. I'm gonna say it right now. Y'all can say Deron Reppy. I got Michael Gordon.
Ron got his, right? So I mean,
Now I'll just say it's between those both, in my opinion.
I'm gonna give it to
Because-
Micah since Ron got his. If Ron didn't already have one, I would say I would give it to him, but he has his already. Micah had enough moments this year, and that's really what it comes down to, right? Because
Yeah, it's gonna be those big moments, those big games,
those big moments that separate you, and
Yeah.
he had the whole state's attention. Like, especially there was that one little stretch after he hit the game winner on Linden where
the Christmas disaster.
it was
against
like
London.
3 weeks in a row where nobody would stop talking about Micah. So I think that I'll give it to him this year.
Well, I'll just say it's between those both. One
Yeah,
is killing that prep, one is killing in NJSI.
it'll be fun to see Rippy play in Duke next year.
And I hope that one doesn't come down to politics though.
What's that?
What politics?
That Gatorade Player of the Year.
It's gonna
Hope
go
that
to
don't
Duran
come out.
Rippy. It's gonna go to Duran Rippy.
I feel that.
Yeah,
You're gonna
I don't know if
that
you
Duke-
could call that politics, though.
No, it's not politics,
Listen,
reality.
it's all right. How can I explain it? Now, I'm not saying politics is like, oh, what you got? It's politics as in like, bro, he's the prep player, he's top ranked player, he's the senior, he's committed to Duke, like, you know what I'm saying? He's a McDonald's All-American, you know. That's the.
But is
politics
that
I'm talking
politics,
about.
or is he a McDonald's All-American for a reason? He's
not
getting
pop-
20 something a night against the top teams in the country.
Let me sum this up. Let me sum this up again, because I don't want y'all to think politics is in he doesn't deserve it. What I mean is in like he's got the
logistics behind
he's got the logistics and the accolades behind it
Okay.
that just make it a runaway.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
And you just want it to be
Yeah,
based off the
nothing.
body of
Not
work,
saying
basically.
no. Rippy is Rippy, bro. Like he's earned everything that's come his way, 100%. What I mean by that is guys like us who paid attention to Micah and him to even put them in the same conversation, right? Versus those outside people who actually do the voting at Gatorade and, you know, might have saw the Micah clip one time. You know what I'm saying?
does
But,
anyone know who votes on that? Gatorade
don't
Player of
know.
the Year?
No.
I
Do we
think
know?
they keep that tight.
Let's see
Yeah,
if
nah, they
Google has
keep
any
they
idea.
keep that real tight. Yeah, good question.
Yeah. I barely ever hear some Gatorade representative. I
So
heard
the
of
Gatorade Player of
ESPN
the Year is selected
24/7.
by the Gatorade Player of the Year selection committee, an elite
Right.
group.
That's what I'm
of
saying.
high
When do we-
school- Hold on, listen to this. An elite group of high school sports experts in collaboration with industry partners. So
Right, which I
God
know-
knows who that is.
So
No.
NJ.com got a
I know
vote.
who won.
So
one of the
NJ.com got a
people.
vote.
Yeah, NJ. There's somebody at NJ.com that has a vote, and then there's a Gatorade rep. It's a female. She follows me on Instagram, and I follow her too. And I've seen her at a couple games in Jersey this year. She's the Gatorade rep. When I find
you
it, I'll
know,
send it to all of you guys.
This makes me feel
Yeah.
better about it. The committee consists of 400 plus coaches and journalists. So if like all the
Yeah.
coaches in the state are voting, I feel better about it.
Yeah,
I don't know how good I feel about that though.
Right, 400 is insane.
The fuck?
Yeah, there's
You're not gonna tell me
gonna be
all
coaches.
400 coaches by tell their honest opinion.
Nah, that's a good
there we go,
point.
Joe. Gatorade Player of the Year, William Brunson.
I don't know which one would you guys rather have? 30 points or 20 and 15 or 12?
Depends on what I need. And it depends how that 30's coming. 30 points are not all created equally.
Right. If it's a nasty 30, yeah. can
But
keep
you
that.
know who the 30 points is represented, Micah. And you know who the 20 and 12 is represented in.
Who's that? You talking about Will? 20 and 12?
I was talking about
Ron
Deron.
Rippy.
Oh,
He's talking about
Deron.
Rippy.
Yeah, but Micah's playing by like let's call it for what it is. Ron Rippy playing with 8 other Division 1 players. Michael Gordon
Right.
playing with who he grew up with.
Right.
Yeah,
Still great
Yeah.
kid.
They,
Still great
And
kid.
ask-
It's not
and
fair.
ask
they put
yourself,
Micah in boxing
have you
ones.
ever
Like
seen
he's
Micah
Yeah,
get subbed this
literally.
year?
yeah, he's seen a
Have you
million
ever seen
different
Micah get
coverages.
subbed this year? I think Micah has played the whole game, every game this year.
He has no choice.
Yeah, the only game he
Right.
hasn't played is when they're like blowing teams out. That's the only time I've ever seen him get subbed out. Green light.
And it makes it even more impressive out of Micah, the fact that he has his games with 10 assists plus, because he's getting full court pressure. He's getting boxing one, so they can't just like have him with the ball in his hands all game. They're running him off screens. They're doing
Yeah,
different things
no.
to get him the ball in his
Micah
I
gets
eyes.
say
his boys
that.
involved now. Micah gets his boys involved. I mean, shout
Yeah.
out to Devin Thomas and shout out to Rashawn Williams. He get them involved in the game. And shout out to Marcus too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got a great group over there.
Now,
They
shout out
played-
to Marcus.
they play together too.
If they would have had that, if they would have had that big man for another year, yeah, this wouldn't be even a conversation, in my opinion.
Oh, nah.
Ja would have been a Blair.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm messing.
Well,
He would have definitely been that player.
Blair, yeah.
Nah, thank God Najee left, bro. And I'm only saying that because outside it was getting outlandish what people was supporting.
Well, it
Here
made
go
sense
cozy
for him
NDA
to
again.
find himself a Division I opportunity because he is a giant of a human being and he's got great hands and good touch around the basket. So it would have made no
Great
sense if he
defense.
didn't
Listen,
find himself a D1 opportunity.
and he's doing really good. Listen, he is a factor at Seton Hall. He is definitely contributing to their success.
Big time, yeah.
I've actually looked up some articles, and he's starting to hit the NBA radars, man. Some NBA insiders radars. He's hitting them.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they're impressed with his defense, his rebounding ability, and just his ability to affect the game in the paint. Like they think that's useful because you got to remember in the NBA it's not just about scoring, right? Patrick Beverly lasted in the league because he was just a defensive god. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes that matters. So I mean, if Ja can find his
Yeah, especially
way
I mean, yeah,
like
at
that,
the guard position it
I think
matters.
yeah, definitely. And I think a player like Ja, if he really finds his thing when it comes to defense, rebounds, and just affecting the game in those type of ways, and put together those highlights and stuff like that and things that he does, I can see him as a second round pick, 100%.
My personal opinion is when the jaw gets faster, it's gonna be a scary sight and more mobile. It's gonna look
Because
different.
I remember when I first saw him play, I don't know who it was, but somebody familiar with him was like, I said something about him and they were like, oh no, he's a football player. I was like, what do you mean he's a football player?
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
basketball
I
player.
think his best offer was South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Football.
He was committed. He was had an offer from South Carolina, but he wanted to play basketball.
With that being said, like I'd have to imagine that he didn't take basketball that seriously when he was younger, or even like maybe young high school didn't take it all that seriously.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't know the full story.
I'm kind of guessing, but I
just
know he considered himself a football player for quite a while.
He did, but apparently, like he rather had played basketball. That was the inside scoop I had got from one of his relatives that like he wanted to do basketball.
Oh, okay.
And that's why it was like, come back home.
He did made the right decision because he got a little too big to play tight end.
Hey, listen, man, it was the perfect storm. I got this story under wraps. I first saw Najah Hines at the Owen Invitational because I was curious who Micah's partner was. I was like, "Who's your partner?" And then nobody said nothing. Walked into the gym, saw
I
Hines
remember
for the
that
first
day.
time. Yeah, I got the text message to prove it. Saw him walk into the gym. Saw him the first game they played. My man from Morris Catholic. They ended up actually winning the whole entire tournament, but John Micah beat them in the first round. Whatnot.
Declan and Christian.
My man from Bergen and my man from MC.
Yeah, Declan and Christian.
There you go. Yeah. And I remember seeing Ja play, and I literally text Carl Holman and I text Andre Dabney, and I still got the text message to prove it to this day. It was like April 20 something, and I said, forget about it. Plainfield is winning the championship in Group 4. They got the piece that they need. Reason being is because nobody, I'm an older cat, but nobody from that age group has ever played against a player like Ja. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody who's dominant, who's going to dunk the ball, do everything. It was
getting
just
better by
manifest
the
destiny.
game.
Yeah, it was manifest destiny, bro. And like his first game, I think against Westfield, he had 30 and 20.
It was a special season. It was crazy to watch. Shout out to my guys at Ridgewood. They gave them a real good game in States. They was
yeah. What was that? My man Johnny Buckets.
Buckets. Right? They were down by 2
Johnny.
points in the fourth quarter at one point.
Yeah, I was at that
game.
Yeah,
and then the jaw just started clapping.
And then he went crazy. He went crazy after a while in the fourth. They did a lot to make his life hard in that game. They were doubling him all game long. They had big kids, but in the fourth quarter, it just everybody got in foul trouble, and then there was nothing they could do.
Yeah, facts.
But we off the live, fellas.
We off the live, man. It was
great seeing everybody talking about some stuff. Hopefully we tap back in with each other. What, March 10th?
See y'all Tuesday. I'll see y'all St. Patrick's. I mean, not St. Patrick's. I see y'all TPS versus Blair. I see y'all Tuesday.
I might be.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I got beat it for the Ron and Jane last ever game in high school.
Word is born. Everybody got to be there for that last game. That might be that game I show up at 5:00 and just sit in the parking lot.
Man, talking about last game, jeez, I can't wait for Linden last game, bro. I might shed a tear for Jaden and Jaron, bro.
Yeah, shout out Linden, man. Shout out Linden.
Now then,
All right, fellas.
game, maybe.
Nah, great seeing
Fellas,
y'all.
good
Oh, yeah,
seeing you.
to the trolls in the comments, y'all gotta remember I'm y'all age, so word.
To the trolls in
That's
the
all
comments,
I'ma
you would
say.
never say it to my face because I'm a grown man. I'll real life smack
Yeah,
you.
you
but
saw that.
let's-
They
let's
talking about
leave
we
it
got
there.
the same body type. Corey not gonna talk crazy. I
This
will.
dude.
I'm y'all age. I'm still a teenager, y'all.
Told you
So
we'll pull up.
Cozy's still a
I'm a
teenager. I'm a
teenager.
grown man. I'm gonna
I'm
smack
a-
you and I'm gonna go to jail. But I mean, that's a whole nother
I'm still
story.
a
It'll be
teenager,
worth
so
it.
I will touch y'all in different ways, and it don't have to be physical. So
Pause.
they can take it how
Peace
they
out,
want it.
fellas.
They can take it how they want it.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right, dog.
All right.